All right, I'm gonna go through the roles. If people jump in, that's fine. But we're at 22 right now, so if I have to add some more roles, I can add more roles. So if you looked at Graham's document, it's got the main gist of everything. Like I said, it's mostly a lot of the same roles I've used, just with some tweaks. So I'll go through the village team first. Village team, there's an unknown number of regular villagers. There's going to be a bodyguard. Bodyguard can protect somebody. You have to protect on same person on different nights. The seer is a little different. They're going to be the selective seer, because there are actually going to be 3 teams in this game. So the seer will just pick the type of team they want to check for. So there's obviously the village team, which they don't have to ever check that. They just can check the other 2. The other 2 would be werewolf. So when the seer checks, they can write werewolf and then that person's name. I will give them a thumbs up that that's a werewolf, or thumbs down it's not.
Or wait, you can check for village team?
You can. But it's the same as checking if the other 2 teams, right? Like if you check werewolf and they're not a werewolf, they're on the other team.
Actually, it's not the same. If I check Elliot as the village team and you give thumbs down, then I know he's my enemy. It's better than normal.
Yeah, it's better to check village.
Correct. So let me change that then. I'm going to change the wording of that. Can only check if they're a werewolf.
Why did you do that, Lucas?
Yeah.
Lucas is a wolf already.
Lucas.
Werewolf team or the monster.
1 second.
So if you're checking for a werewolf, you'd write werewolf and then their name. I'll give you a thumbs up if they're a werewolf, thumbs down they're not. Or monster. You write monster in their name, thumbs up they're a monster, thumbs down they're not. So you could check a werewolf, but if you write monster, I'll give you a thumbs down. So just because you get a thumbs down does not mean they're not a werewolf. It just means they're not a monster.
To be clear, the rules did say select an enemy team. So
yes,
already.
We're gonna have Van Helsing, and our Van Helsing player is not here, so somebody will have to take the mantle on that one. Van Helsing.
Yep.
Every night
back up.
You get the option to kill. You do not have to kill. If you kill a monster or a werewolf, I'll give you a thumbs up. You got them. Everything's good. You killed what you wanted. If you kill a villager, I'll give you a thumbs down. Your vote during that day does not count. So when I actually count the votes, I am going to tally up, how many down. So you guys can determine is the Van Helsing in, and did they kill or not. So give me a little bit of time when I'm counting the votes. I have to make sure I count correctly. If Van Helsing, and you still vote. So if I was Van Helsing, even though I killed a villager, I would still vote. I'm just going to skip over your vote when I count. The other villager role is Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. So every night, Dr. Jekyll, you're going to wake up as Dr. Jekyll. You have the option to continue being Dr. Jekyll, or you have 3 potions the whole game. You could drink a potion and you become Mr. Hyde. Let me explain what Dr. Jekyll does, and I'll explain what Mr. Hyde does. So Dr. Jekyll, if you decide not to drink a potion, you're going to write down a name. I'm going to record that name. The second time you research that person, you write that same person's name down later in the game, I will give you the exact role of that person. So whatever they are, I'm going to give you the exact role that they are. But you have to write their name down twice. So you'd have to spend 2 nights essentially writing that person's name down. Okay? If you drink the potion, you become Mr. Hyde. So you don't get to do that researching check that night. Mr. Hyde can't be killed during the night. So if the werewolves attacked him or something else attacked him at night, they won't die. The curse or the problem with Mr. Hyde is he's a very volatile person. During the day, you must make a nomination. And I'm tweaking this, that nomination must be seconded. So you can't just nominate somebody. If nobody seconds it, that doesn't count. You can keep nominating, but somebody has to second it in order for it to count. If you go through the day and you don't successfully nominate somebody, the potion overcomes you and you die. Okay? The second thing that I'm tweaking with this, or I guess there's 2 little tweaks. When you drink the potion, okay, you're kind of a monster. If the seer checks you and checks for monster, I'm going to give them a yes. Now, if they check you and you're Dr. Jekyll, nothing bad happens to you. They're going to give them a no, okay? But if they check you as a monster and you drank a potion that night, they're going to get a yes.
I like that.
When you drink the 3rd potion, which is your last of your potions, you have fully become Mr. Hyde, and you are Mr. Hyde for the rest of the game, which means you are now on the monster team. You have your same ability of Mr. Hyde where you can't die during the night, and you must nominate during the day, but you are now a monster for all sense and purposes.
That's cool.
Make sense?
But he still keeps the Jackal's ability or lose
Nope,
the Jackal's
you're
ability?
just Mr. Hyde for the rest of the game. You can never do Mr. Or Dr.
So you
Jekyll.
can never be killed at night again.
Yep.
Which of you is more likely to drink all 3 in the first 3 days to become immediately a monster?
Can
So,
one drink all
also-
3 at the same time?
No, you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 3 nights. Also on the village, there's gonna be an unknown number of lichens and cursed, anywhere from 0 to 22. I will say this, they're not gonna stack. Okay, so they're not gonna stack on top of somebody else's roll. You're just gonna be a regular whatever.
And you won't
Right,
know
so-
if you're licen or cursed.
Say it again.
You won't know if you're licen or cursed.
You will not know if you're licen or cursed. So you'll
Sorry, when
see
you say they
villager
don't
roll.
stack, you just mean like only a regular villager
Yes.
would be
Yeah.
a lichen or a cursed?
Yep. So that's the village team. I'll go through the werewolf team next. So the werewolf team, and this is, I think, we might have altered this a little bit on that list that Graham has. So there's going to be 2 of these 4 options that are going to be werewolves. 2 of the 4 could be a rabid wolf, which I'll explain what that one does. The rabid wolf, if they are killed during the day, whoever nominated that person and seconded them, one of them will randomly become a wolf. So if you nominated them or seconded them, one of you 2 will randomly become a wolf. So every time a wolf dies during the day, before you guys go to sleep, I'm going to be sending a message to somebody. I could be faking it, pretending like I'm sending a message, or actually sending a message saying, hey, you're now a wolf. If the rabid wolf dies during the night, like Van Helsing shoots them, or there's other options, nobody turns. So if they die during the night, awesome, you avoided that consequence. So the rabid wolf could be in the game. The second one that could be in the game is the starving wolf. The starving wolf just is, if you guys don't kill during the day, the werewolves will get 2 kills. So if you don't kill during the day, werewolves get 2 kills. The third option is the mystic wolf. The mystic wolf, after I wake up the wolves, I'll say, Mystic Wolf, wake up. They can pick a player. I'll give them the exact role of that player. So if the Mystic Wolf is in the game, they can learn a role of another player. So I'm going to always wake up the Mystic Wolf, whether they're in the game or not, so you have no idea if they're in the game or not.
That's more powerful than the seer.
Would
And
they
the
learn
last
the
one-
attributes? Like lichen or curse,
Yep,
would they learn that?
Exactly what they are. Just like if Dr. Jekyll saw them, they'd get the exact thing. The last one is the Wolfman. If the Wolfman gets checked by the seer as a wolf, they're going to get a no. So 2 of those 4 will be in the game. Then there's regular werewolves, unknown number of regular werewolves, and then there's going to be a werewolf hunter. The werewolf hunter, when they die, they get to kill somebody else. Whether it's during the day or night, when they die, they get to kill somebody.
Was there a village hunter that I missed?
Nope,
No.
there was no
Oh.
village hunter.
Okay.
You got the Van Helsing as the village hunter, basically.
Yeah, essentially, you have a hunter every single night.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, they don't wake up with the wolves, but they do count for the wolf team, is the outcast wolves. There are unknown number of outcast wolves. Essentially what they are going to do, they're going to counteract one of the monsters, but they will wake up after I wake the wolves. I'll say, outcast wolves, wake up. And I'll say, who do you want to kill? You are only going to get to kill if the werewolf team was scared. And I'll explain that in a second. Okay. The boogeyman. So I'm going to get to the monster team. That was the werewolf team. The boogeyman. So this is the monster team. The boogeyman every night is going to wake up and they're going to scare somebody. They're going to write down a player's name. If that person has a night ability, they do not get to do that ability that night. I will hold up a sign that just says scared. So they know the boogeyman picked them. They don't get to do their ability that night.
So let me just ask for clarity. So village wins if they kill all the werewolves and the monsters?
Nope, they just need to kill the werewolves. They do
Okay.
not need to kill the monsters.
And the werewolves win if they reach parity with non-werewolves, right?
With non-werewolves, yep.
And the monsters win.
If they reach parity with the villagers.
They don't care about the werewolves?
They don't care about the werewolves. They intimidated
Okay.
the werewolves go running off. That's what we.
Okay. Yeah.
So the
So
village is
in
playing
theory, you
against
could
two
have
teams.
werewolves
then.
and monsters win.
Yeah. So Boogeyman also cannot choose the same person back-to-back nights. You got to alternate. Also, because there are outcast wolves that aren't really waking up with the werewolves, if the Boogeyman picks an outcast wolf, they will die that night. So if you can scare an outcast wolf, you can kill them off. So if the Boogeyman chooses a regular, one of the other the actual werewolf team, anyone on that team, the werewolves don't get to kill that night. That's where the outcast wolves come in. If the werewolves don't get to kill that night, when I wake up the outcast wolves, I'll give them a thumbs up, like, yes, you guys get to kill. So they're like the backup team, essentially.
So if there's only outcast wolves alive, then they will get to kill every night.
Yes, if there's only outcast wolves alive, they're always going to kill.
I can't remember if you said it, but does the Boogeyman, can it not be the same person back-to-back nights?
Yep, you cannot choose the same person back-to-back nights. The other thing that I think I'm altering this, I don't think I did this in the past. If one of the werewolves targets an outcast or an outcast targets another werewolf, they don't die. Because they won't know if they won't know each other. Because I'm waking up the werewolves as one group and I'm waking up the outcasts as a second group. So if they end up trying to kill the other, they just won't kill them. So that's Boogeyman. The other monster is Chupacabra. You guys have seen this in Tom's games. Chupacabra will wake up, write down a name. Chupacabra is hunting down werewolves. If the Chupacabra writes down a person who's a werewolf, they will die that night. If they write down a villager, they won't die. So their game is to try and hunt down and kill all of the werewolves.
But one
What if
question
they pick
about
another
that.
monster?
Isn't if the Chupacabra kills all the werewolves, doesn't the village win?
Yes.
They would, again, you
It
want
happened in
to
the
try.
same night.
Yeah, you want to try to have the same number of monsters as.
But can't the
villager.
Chupacabra kill villagers when all the werewolves are
No,
dead?
no,
Yeah,
then
but
the
the-
village wins, Joseph.
As soon as all the werewolves are dead, the
Oh, that's
game is
different
going
from
to end.
Tom's. Yeah.
It also
As soon as
depends
I-
on the night order.
Yeah.
If Van Helsing kills a werewolf and there's no werewolves left, Chupacabra could then kill somebody who ends up being a villager and make the monsters win. So it only comes in a very small scenario, but it's still relevant.
So basically,
again-
the monsters are mostly helping the village, right? Because they're killing werewolves, scaring werewolves, so on.
No, Boogeyman can
No.
scare a seer, can scare.
Oh yeah,
Dr.
yeah, but
Jekyll,
more
can scare-
likely that it will hit the werewolf randomly because it's more.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. So here's the catch is, right, and you guys brought it up. As soon as the last werewolf dies, the game's over. Either the villagers are going to outnumber the monsters, or the monsters are going to outnumber the werewolves. So if the Chupacabra kills the last werewolf, and there's like 8 villagers and only 2 monsters, you lose. So you don't want to just kill all the werewolves if that's the situation. So you got to give and take. Do
Didn't you
wanna
say
kill the
that?
werewolves or not?
Okay, so the monsters can only win if they outnumber or like parity with the villagers.
With the villagers. Yep.
Yes.
Do the monsters know who the other monsters are?
Yeah, so I'll explain
Okay.
that. So let me. So that was Chupacabra. By the way, werewolves can't kill Chupacabra. So if the werewolves target Chupacabra at night, they don't die. And the last monster is going to be Dracula, and this is a version of Dracula or vampire, however you want to call it. Dracula's going to write down a name. If that person gets nominated and seconded that day, they will die. We will still go through the vote process. So I will still go through the votes, count the votes. No matter what happened, though, I'm killing that player, and the day is done.
So it's like
So
the
even if-
vampires.
Yeah, even if it's like a unanimous vote up, that person's dead and the day will end. So you guys will know that, hey, that person was obviously picked by Dracula.
Does the day end then? Or
Yep, day will end.
Ah.
So the answer to Joseph's question, I'm going to wake up all of the monsters at once. I'm just going to say, monsters, write down what you want to do. They're all 3 going to write down a name. I'll do 3, 2, 1, reveal. They'll show me the name. If they overlap, they overlap. So
Does that include
person could be-
Hyde? If Hyde's turned into a monster at the drunk all 3 potions, do they wake up with the monsters?
Yep, they'll wake up with the monsters. So Hyde would not have to write a name down because there's no point of that. But all the monsters would write down a
Find
name.
out.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Again, if they overlap, they overlap. So if Boogeyman scares somebody and Dracula bit that person, it's the same thing. They happen to both. So the interesting thing is the monsters don't know who's Boogeyman, who's Chupa, and who's Dracula right away. They're gonna kind of maybe have to figure that out as the game goes on.
Can Dracula be killed by the werewolves?
Yep. Chupacabra's the only one who can't be killed by the wolves.
Ooh.
And technically Hyde, I guess, when he turns.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
outcast wolves and werewolves can't kill each other.
Yep. So a couple little things to just throw in and add. Because I think the Chupacabra can be super overpowerful, I'm giving the werewolf team one Chupacabra spell. Once per game, as the werewolves, when they wake up at night, they can decide to use the Chupacabra spell and write down it. They would say, I'm using the spell, write down the person's name. If that person was the Chupacabra, they are dead. If they weren't, they don't get a kill that night.
Say that again.
The reason why I'm doing that is I don't want Chupacabra coming out day one saying, I'm Chupacabra, so I'm just going to kill all the werewolves for you. You guys don't have to kill me. Because then they're kind of invincible.
Yeah,
Doing this
the normal
sure-
Chupacabra can't come out because that they will start killing villagers at the end. But if they don't, then yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. So I'm doing this in the sense that hopefully that prevents the Chupacabra from coming out. If they want to come out, great, but there's that spell in their back.
Is there a reason why you don't have the normal Chupacabra? So it starts killing villagers and you have to kill it in the end?
Joseph,
Yeah.
it is the normal Chupacabra. The win condition just factors in before it matters. So
Yeah,
just
it's the
imagine
win-
it's the
it's
normal
the win
Chupacabra.
condition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Connor wants us to balance the game,
Yeah,
Us
I'm trying
players.
to figure out a way to make sure that the Chupacabra can't just run away with it, because that
It's a new
seems to
meta.
be your issue.
Yeah.
The cursed, if there are any cursed in the game, if a werewolf, I don't think I even explained the curse in the Lycan, so let me do that. If a werewolf attacks a cursed at night, they will become a werewolf. So I will message that person saying you're now a werewolf. If the Chupacabra gets the cursed, you will have 2 Chupacabras.
Wow.
So there will be 2 people that can potentially kill wolves at night.
So there's 2 that counts for the monster parity then. That's interesting.
Yep. So technically, 3 monsters are in the game, guaranteed. There could be Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde turning, and there could be some curse turning, depending on how many.
That's
curses.
cool.
So
if
you
you're
can't always
cursed-
base it on, well, wait, we know how many monsters are dead. You don't know how many monsters could be in the game by the end.
So if you're turned as the cursed or by the rabid wolf, do you keep, if you had a roll, do you keep that roll? Or
No, your rolls are
just your-
gone. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
keep the rolls. And to make things a little easier, if the monsters kill the rabid wolf, like 2 monsters nominate the rabid wolf and they kill him, monsters aren't turning into wolves.
Oh,
One question. Sorry, did you say that the curse can turn into a Chupacabra
Yep.
if they're
Yes.
attacked?
Yep.
So if all the monsters are playing at the same time and there's 2 Chupacabras, then you'll have to reveal at the same time. How does that work?
I'm just gonna say
If
reveal
they have the
two
same name.
kills.
Like
They-
have
they
If they have
to
the
let
same
them-
name, they just
Oh,
kill the
okay.
same person.
They killed 2 things, or
Yeah, they just get 2 kills. They
Oh,
get
okay.
2 different kills. So it's
Okay.
super powerful.
Oh, so 2 Chupacabras is 2 kills.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's
Quick
insane.
question, Connor, with the curse.
Nope.
If the outcast gets to attack and they attack a cursed, do they become an outcast or do they become a normal werewolf?
I'm gonna make them an outcast. I'll make them an outcast.
Okay.
Good question.
And the bodyguard protect the cursed from turning
Yeah,
into
so
a
this is
wolf.
always a trick question. I envision the curse as they were bit and turned. They were never killed. So the bodyguard, in my opinion, doesn't protect that. They weren't killed, tried to be killed.
If you turn into an outcast wolf, would you wake up with the other outcast wolf together?
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't the argument
So
be that
to
he
answer-
protects them from being bitten?
Yeah, to answer your question, Luciana, I am saying if the bodyguard protects them, they don't protect them from turning. They only protect them from dying. I know
I
that's
think-
up for debate, but that's just how I've always envisioned it.
I think there's gonna be a lot of werewolves considering how many things can kill werewolves in this game.
Oh, and I said I
A
think
lot
this
of
game
things.
could
A
go
lot
very
of things
fast.
can kill villagers too.
Yes.
Like there's Dracula. There's like all kinds of things.
By the way,
Van Helsing.
the order that I'm gonna wake people up, just so you guys are all aware, monsters will all wake up first. They'll write down a name. I'll record that stuff. Bodyguard will go next. Then the werewolves, not the outcast wolves. So please make sure we understand that when I say wolves wake up, outcasts stay asleep. Werewolves will wake up, do their thing. Then I'll wake Mystic Wolf up. If they're in the game or not, I'm waking them up. Then outcast wolves will wake up. I'll say, who do you want to kill? I'm only going to let you kill if I give you like the thumbs up. So if you don't see a thumbs up, you're not killing. Then Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. Then the seer is last.
What about
Oh,
Van
wait,
Helsing?
hold on. Van Helsing is after the outcast wolves. Then Dr. Jekyll. then the seer.
Except for when Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde turns, then they don't wake up the second time, just the first time with the monsters, right?
Yeah, I mean, they can wake
Like,
up as Dr. Jekyll. It
they
doesn't
just
matter.
don't do
They're
anything.
the only ones waking up, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So Jill, since you and I are villagers, why
Yeah, I'm
are
gonna
we
make the
living in
rolls.
this village?
I'm run away from this village.
Yeah, we should run away.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of nasty creatures here.
It's the evil doer hosting it. So.
I'm not sure which team I want to be. Werewolves or monsters?
You don't want to be a villager?
Oh, you don't want to
Lucas?
be villager, right? You
No, not in this village.
I'm gonna
Not in this
nominate.
village.
I'm gonna nominate Lucas.
Lucas is dying early.
You're a traitor before we even got the rope.
Yeah. So it's not meta.
Let me just think. You know what? I'm going to make it fair. Nobody's going to do anything the first night. No seer check, no Van Helsing, nothing. So everyone's just going to wake up. They're all going to be on the same playing field. So it's going to go monsters, you'll wake up. I'll always ask monsters, just write down a name. I'll do 3, 2, 1, you reveal. I'll record your information. Bodyguard, wake up. You'll protect somebody. Werewolves, wake up. You'll pick somebody to kill. I'm the type of player, I don't like when the werewolves discuss openly things during the night, so you shouldn't be doing that. Same with the monsters. Mystic Wolf, wake up. Who do you want to check? Outcast Wolves, wake up. I'll say, who do you want to kill? If you get a thumbs up, you do get to kill. Van Helsing, wake up. You have the option to kill. Who do you want to kill? Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, do you want to drink your potion or do you want to research and then tell me a name? And then Seer, who do you want to check? Remember to write monster or wolf, depending on which one you want to check.
You should
All right.
give us at least a seer check.
Nope, nothing. I want it to be fair for all 3 teams.
It's not fair.
Yes,
No,
it
you
is.
pulled a page out of my book. It's fair.
All right, here we go. Everybody go to sleep. You're all asleep. All right, let's start off with the monsters. Please wake up. See this many of you. Just take a wave to all the other monsters. You're not doing anything tonight. All right, monsters go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. You're not protecting anyone tonight. All right, bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Make sure just the werewolves, no outcast wolves here. All right, werewolves go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. So I know who you are. Okay, Mystic Wolf, go to sleep. Let's do my outcast wolves. Please wake up. All right, outcast wolves, please go to sleep. Let's do Van Helsing, please wake up. All right, Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. So I know who you are. All right, please go to sleep. And Seer, please wake up. All right, thank you, Seer. Please go to sleep. Everybody can wake up. You got no information to talk about other than the strategy of this game. Good luck.
Has anyone noticed the longer break when the werewolves woke up? There were like 5, 6, 7, 8 of us.
The werewolf have information.
you
They can
count
tell
the
us what they
seconds?
are.
You already know the number of werewolves in the game, Lucas.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Connor game. I can imagine it's at least 8.
So I'm the seer and I check Jamie. Jamie's the werewolf.
Well, we know that there are not 12 or more werewolves,
Yeah, true.
which at least is something.
So
Josh hasn't
yeah.
harassed the new person
Not
yet. So
yet.
I'm suspicious.
Jamie,
of
why are you a werewolf?
Why are you a werewolf, Joseph?
Because Connor misspelled, so he wrote the wrong thing to me.
Oh, so
Oh,
you
the
are a
wrong
werewolf.
J. The wrong J.
Yeah, that's what.
So you are a monster or werewolf, Joseph?
I'm a villager, but I think he miswrote. I think I was meant to be something else in this world.
So I have a question. should the seer only check for werewolves because the villagers only care about killing werewolves? Actually,
Yeah.
is there a
I guess.
reason for checking monsters? I don't see one.
Not yet. There could be, I think, say 5 days into the game if.
Well, we may want to get the
we've killed
Chupacabra
5
sometime.
werewolves.
The
but
Chupacabra
let's
helps
worry about
us.
that then.
Yeah,
The Chupacabra
Chupacabra
helps us,
doesn't hurt
yes.
us that much.
Yeah.
Boogeyman only hurts us if he gets.
But
a
it's
seer or
way more
something.
likely that the boogeyman will hit a werewolf than a good roll.
I think the
Yeah.
monsters are
So-
chill.
And if they hit an outcast wolf, the wolf's dead.
Yeah. So they are good for us. I think the seer should just look for werewolves, and we kill
Yeah.
all the werewolves and we win.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so do
I
that,
agree.
Joseph, then, if you're actually the seer.
What? No.
You
Yeah, I
said
am the
you're
seer.
You said
so-
you're the seer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Paul
you know what
believes
to
you.
do now.
Ah, cool.
No, I'm seer. It's not
I thought you were
Joseph,
going to
he's
follow
lying.
Elliot this
I am
game,
the seer.
Joseph.
So
He-
Connor,
he-
Ruth's question: How many? Is it in the
He's doing what I did last game and taking a leaf out of Guami's book.
Connor, how many seers are in the game?
There's only one just regular seer.
Yeah, and
okay.
I'm the regular seer.
Okay, I'm the special seer.
No. In Connor, there's only
Well,
one seer. The
technically,
mystic
the
wolf
special
seer.
seer is the mystic wolf
Yeah.
seer.
Yeah. I had the same thought.
Yeah, just be careful because I'm the bus driver and I.
But Jekyll's a
I'm
kind of seer.
I'm
as well.
also a seer, and I checked Graham, and he's good.
Ah, cool. I'm gonna
Nice.
trust Graham 100%.
Did you check for werewolf or monster?
I checked for monster.
Oh, so
because
he could
I'm-
be
because
werewolf.
I'm cool.
I checked for vampire, wasn't that right?
So, Josh, what are your thoughts on Jesse?
On Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. Chris, are you a werewolf?
I'm not a werewolf.
Chris, are you a monster?
I'm not a monster.
We need to be
That
asking
was
the real
slightly less
question.
convincing.
Josh, are
Maybe
you
ask-
calibrated for monsters?
That's a great question. I don't know.
We're missing the most important question: why Josh is not nominated Ashley first, because she's
No, we
nuclear.
already had this discussion earlier.
Oh, we
You-
did.
you already
Oh,
said
We
whatever.
told Josh
I'm
to
gonna do
stay
that.
away. It's gonna be.
that was this before I got here. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We told him we're gonna kill him each day one each game if he keeps doing that. So
Yeah, he got
I haven't
killed
played.
day
I
one
haven't
for
played
doing
with
that to
Ashley
Jesse,
and
so-
Anna, so I don't know the two of them very well, or at all. I mean,
This is Ashley's first game, she said,
Yeah.
right?
Ashley's first game.
and that's a good werewolf.
First game with us. Not
I don't think
first.
I don't remember playing with Anna. Maybe I did, but I don't remember.
I think
Jamie,
you did, yeah.
what have you been drinking, Jamie?
The straight up H2O.
Just H2O?
It's H2O.
Okay.
Yeah. So can I, given we
No,
got
no
no
blood,
information,
Jamie. No blood.
No blood. No blood.
given we got no information at all in this game, do we just nominate someone based off personal vendettas or something?
Oh my
Sure,
God.
I'll dominate Elliot.
I'll second that.
Oh, I was kidding.
Well,
I'm not
no,
dominating him.
no kidding jokes. So we got Gil.
All right,
nominated,
Sorry
and
about that. Sorry about
Simon seconded. And by the way, just because of the potential of a rabid wolf, I'm going to try to make it very clear who nominated, who seconded. So if there's multiple people that second, go off of what I say, just in case that was a rabid wolf that you kill. So Gil nominated, Simon seconded. This is
that.
the
No, I
first-
did not. I did not
Yeah.
nominate.
Wasn't it you?
No,
It
I'm
was
not
him.
nominating
It was him.
anyone.
It was Jill.
It was Gil. All right.
No,
Elliot,
it was.
this is your
I didn't nominate him.
So is it my defense?
No,
I didn't nominate him.
No, so it's not.
I don't want to kill
nominated
Elliot.
Elliot, and then Simon seconded. Whether you were joking or not, I'm gonna take it because somebody seconded.
Simon couldn't know like that was a joke. So
Lesson learned to not waste people's time. Okay.
Yeah,
Elliot.
Don't
Okay,
vote
so-
Elliot down. Don't vote him down.
Yeah, so quick question for Connor before I start my defense. What does the villager do again? Don't worry,
They tell the
that
truth.
was a
They tell the
joke.
truth the whole game.
No, I was disappointed when I got my role. I'm an ordinary villager. I was so hoping to be on the monster team this game.
I thought you
or be Mr. Hide and Switch teams just to really have fun with people. But I am an ordinary villager this game. I'll leave it there.
All right, so this is the first vote of the day. And by the way, Ashley and anyone else who hasn't played in a while, we do 3 votes per day. So this would be 1 of 3.
In this game.
Yep, in this game. I'm going to mute you all just in case you decide to kill. All right, so this is the first vote for Elliot. 3, 2, 1, vote. All right, looks like only 3 votes down, which leaves 20 votes up. So that is not enough to kill.
It's actually 4.
First
Simon,
Simon,
Graham,
Simon.
Adam, and someone else.
Yeah, just to make it like if some of you are like your thumbs are up here or off the screen, if right in here, just because, especially with the Van Helsing, I'm going to need to count those correctly.
So Adam, what's up with the downvote?
I honestly don't know. I was writing notes and didn't even listen to what Elliot said, so I figured he was more suspicious.
I might just all get
Sounds like
rid
you're
of
a good
one.
addition to the village now.
I can tell you why.
So I have one thought.
Gil
that
told
we
us
could
to vote
maybe
up, but I
kinda
don't do what Gil says.
Oh, okay.
Since we have like no information, we could find out if the Starving Wolf is in the game as long as the Van Helsing behaves themselves and doesn't try to kill tonight, because I think that's the only role that can kill villagers is the Van Helsing. So if we do no kill and there's 2 villager deaths, we can assume that the Starving Wolf is probably in the game.
I disagree with making
Copper.
Van Helsing not kill.
Yeah,
I think
because-
Van Helsing should
I
kill
think
everybody
that
and
is-
I
all
think
the
that's a
time.
terrible idea, Paul. So
You
we
should
know,
be killed all the time, yeah.
We know guaranteed 2 villagers die instead of maybe killing a werewolf now, and Van Helsing may be killing a werewolf. So I
Because at least
nominate.
half of the people here
No.
are bad.
I nominate Paul. Paul is that's
Paul-
the
Paul-
worst thing
Yeah.
ever.
Okay, I saw Joseph nominated Paul and Alex Daly seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Paul, this is your defense.
Well, I know that there's a lot of like, there's 4 potential wolves, and there's only 2 of those in the game, like the Mystic Wolf and the Starving Wolf and the Rabid Wolf. So it would be kind of nice if we could narrow down maybe which ones are in the game and which ones are not, so we actually have an idea. And since there's no information, we're pretty much killing blindly, so we could actually kill the seer or something important. Just a thought I had. Oh, I'm on the village team.
You have a roll?
Everyone has a role. But yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, it is time to vote for Paul. This is again the second vote of the day.
All right, Gil, how should I vote?
Go ahead and mute you all. All right, we're going to vote for Paul. 3, 2, 1, vote. Looks like 6 votes down, which leaves 17 votes up. That is not enough to kill. Paul, you're still alive, and that was the second vote of the day.
Remember this in the dead chat afterwards when you mock me that I called out Paul day 1.
So I have a couple questions. So first, Joseph, why did you nominate Paul? I mean, to me, it seemed like he's trying to. I mean, yes, it would kill villagers, but he was trying to.
This is a ridiculous argument.
We've been here before. We had this argument in games before, and everyone agreed that it's stupid to test if the Storming Wolf is in. So to do that, it must be monster or werewolf.
We also have literally no information on anything right now.
So random
We're
kill.
killing blind. Whoever
is
gets
way-
nominated is basically like kicked out, and that sucks. Unless they come
Well,
on.
that's
and-
werewolf game. So
I
And then-
entirely disagree with the
have to
logic, but
sacrifice
that doesn't mean
Van
Paul's bad.
Helsing killing to do that, to even test that knowledge. So I
Right.
mean, if they just decide they're going to go rogue and they're going to kill like they want to, then we don't get any information regardless, and we just lost an extra villager.
Adam, what do you-
Also,
Adam,
Who
bring
voted?
us some wisdom, Adam.
Who
No, I
wanted
was
to
gonna
kill?
say
So can I ask Oh, another sorry. question? Graham and Simon, you both also voted to kill Elliot. Why?
I kind of hate Elliot's day 1 defenses, and I mean, Gil telling us not to vote down, I thought it'd be fine. I wanted to. He wasn't going to die anyway, so it didn't matter. But Elliot's the most trigger happy person in the village, so I'm always happy to vote down for him on day 1.
Yeah, Graham, have I ever given a day 1 defense you liked?
Probably not. No.
Is there a timer?
Can we hear from Adam that he has his hand up for a while?
no. I was gonna say what Paul said in a sense made logical sense. However, the boogeyman could scare werewolves. The werewolves could target Chupacabra or Outcast Wolves. So even if we allow them to potentially kill, we still wouldn't necessarily get the information from not killing. So it was I understood his thinking, but there are reasons that it wouldn't necessarily make sense. So.
Not the least of which is we probably have a high number of werewolves, meaning a random kill is more likely to be successful than it would be in a typical game because there's the third team where we probably have a lower percentage of villagers overall.
And the other problem with the argument is it really that valuable to work out whether we've got a starving wolf in the game or not? Assume we do find out there's one, you've given the werewolves an extra night kill, you've given up our day kill for it, and what have you learned? So we've got starving wolf, big deal.
Well, it would be good, like say we learn that there's a werewolf hunter as well, then we know there's not a rabbit wolf.
There is a hunter.
There's always a hunter.
Oh, which one's not?
Hunter's guaranteed.
Hunter's guaranteed. Okay.
Rabbit, starving, mystic, wolf.
and mystic.
Okay. I guess then, yeah, in that instance, it doesn't. I was thinking it would give the seer information if the hunter and the rabbit wolf were both in the game. They would know.
Even if we knew that there was a starving wolf, there are still 3 other possibilities that we would have one of. So we would know that. I mean, the only thing that we wouldn't know is we would know that there weren't 2 of the other 3 choices.
I think we should move on from this because it is.
I want to say one last thing about what Paul was saying, though. He suggested that Van Helsing shouldn't kill, and I don't know why someone would say that because
that was what triggered it for me.
That's
but at some point it is risky. It is risky.
And Paul is that type of player, you know. If he's Van Helsing and he has no information, he wouldn't try a kill. I don't
agree with.
I'm just saying, more likely Van Helsing kills a villager tonight than a werewolf.
So I don't agree with Paul, but at the same time, I see his point of view. I think it's valid. I think it's something to take in consideration.
I don't agree
there
with
is
him
a great
either,
chance.
but I think.
But I thought, but I thought was if the what is the name of the role? The Van Helsing target a villager. I thought the villagers didn't die. They just
No, they
died.
die.
I thought Van Helsing just didn't get a vote to the next day.
No, they die and he loses a vote. Yeah. But he still has a vote, he just won't be counted in the vote.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
So I don't agree with Paul, but I don't think a werewolf or a monster would use this, suggest this, you know, and out himself, because it's obvious that he makes himself a target. So if anything, it makes me trust Paul more. And I'm more suspect of people jumping on Paul because, you know, it's a easy chance to kill a villager. So by saying, he has bad logic, let's just kill him.
I agree.
Yeah.
So for example, Sonia, why did you downvote on Paul?
Same reason. Anytime that I suggest that we may not kill during the day, I get jumped on for it. And so I thought that's the way the votes were going to go. And so, you know, sorry, Paul, I agree to a certain degree. Yeah, I'm
writing down names of everybody that's on Paul's side.
Sure.
I think we should move
Cody,
on from this.
Cody, what do you have to say? You have any thoughts?
I'm actually just kind of sitting back and observing. At this point, there's a lot of people, a lot of narratives kind of going on. So I'm actually just kind of taking it all in. This is a bigger game. I just came off of the Valentine's Day game, so I'm still getting a kind of an idea of how these bigger games go. And there's a lot bouncing around.
You think Victoria is a monster or a werewolf?
I don't have a read on her yet.
Smile.
I'm wondering what the Matrix is thinking over there.
No,
Matrix.
See, I'm kind of suspicious of Jesse, to be fair.
Why is everybody so suspicious of Jesse?
Yes, you were a lot more animated yesterday. You were swinging around in your chair a lot yesterday, and today you're pretty still, so that makes me think.
What was he yesterday? What was he
yesterday? I was a villager.
Oh.
And today I also am a villager.
He was giving it all of this yesterday, and today he's pretty still and I don't know.
Go watch the videos. I go between this and that, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. I'm cold,
I don't want to defend Jesse. I don't want to defend Jesse, but I do want to say that I do notice that Jesse's body language is always suspicious, like regardless. Like I've noticed that.
Join
I
a club,
think everybody
Jesse.
calls him suspicious, but like I feel like I base what I think of Jesse off of what he says more than what he looks like in that way.
Yeah. I think I'm like a little bit like I move a lot and people notice that and like it comes off that way, but that's just me. I just move.
He just always looks like he's run down, like he's just life's catching up with him.
You can be part of the Elliot Me Club, Jesse. We are always suspicious.
I do want to hear what Ashley's thoughts are as a new person.
Not much to go on. I'm just a villager. Kind of suspect Paul right now. Gil, Lucas, and Luciana, all because they defended him as well. So
I didn't
that's what I'm
defend him.
going
I said I don't agree with him, but I can understand why he would think that would be a good idea.
And if you guys are on the same team, it makes you two look good.
If I'm on somebody's team, I'm
I
voting
would
that
never
person.
defend him.
You don't
I
want to
would
be on
never
my team
defend
because
my
I will
teammates.
kill you.
Yeah.
That's too suspicious. Yeah.
I don't suspect Luciana, but I suspect Paul a bit.
I suspect Gil after that comment now.
Well, it is what it is. You guys always suspect me. Doesn't matter what I do.
I don't always suspect you. There's rare
Strawberry-
occasions when I do, but now I do.
Strawberry.
I already
any
said that
hunches?
I'm the seer. And you guys didn't believe me.
What?
I'm the seer. Other people.
Any feeling?
Not as of yet, no.
I think after all this discussion, I've got a list of suspicions. There's 23 names on it.
I think
Does this
Gil's
include
fine.
yourself by any chance?
Did you include yourself
No,
or
I'm the only one
Connor?
on
Remember, Elliot's the one who defended himself as a wolf cub, okay?
Not this game.
Aren't there only
But
23
I
players?
will point out in my defense, if I was a werewolf, I'm not averse to just telling you straight up sometimes.
All right.
What's your thoughts, Chris?
I'm going to need that third nomination here.
I'm just watching to see if anyone flips up. I mean, Paul is a bit suspicious, but not suspicious enough to kill yet. Lucas defending him, and Adam slightly defending him, but not overly defending. So they're my top three, but nothing major yet.
So if
I'm ready to kill Paul. I don't know.
Yeah, if a lot of people are saying that, like, oh, they're suspicious of the people that defended Paul, that doesn't mean they think that Paul is bad. Otherwise, why would they be suspicious of the people defending him? So yeah.
Have a third
I'm
nomination.
gonna make sure I don't defend the people that I'm not suspicious of anymore. If one of this.
Now, Gil, I got you written down as a milk toast fence sitter.
Oh, what?
I'm going to nominate Paul.
Okay.
I
Dave
second.
nominates Paul and Joseph seconds. This is the third nomination of the day. So no matter what, you guys will be going to sleep whether you kill or not.
What is
Paul?
the repercussions if we don't kill today?
Starving wolf, if he exists.
All right, Paul, this is your.
Well, I wasn't even signed up to play anyway. I just joined last minute because I hadn't played for a week. So when you go for it, just know that Joseph and Daly were against me, and the people that were nice to me, and they're probably good.
I hope you turn out to be good, Paul.
I don't
Oh,
think
and,
Paul's
and
bad.
sorry, the obligatory, here's my roll card, since Jugan has been doing that lately.
All right.
That's a
I'm gonna
counterfeit.
roll. So this is the third vote. This is for Paul. In 3, 2, 1, vote. There are only 4 votes up, which means there are 19 down. So that is enough to kill. So Paul, you are dead. And Paul was a villager. Go to sleep, everybody. All right, so let's start this off and we'll actually start doing some things now. Can I get my monsters, please wake up? Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. I'll do 3, 2, 1, and then I'll record that name, and then I'll tell you guys to go back to sleep. You guys can obviously look at who you wrote because that might help you deduce what each one of you are. All right, in 3, 2, 1, hold up the names. All right, thank you. Monsters, you guys can go to sleep. And let's do the bodyguard. Please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you won't be able to protect the same person in back-to-back nights. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go back to sleep. Let's do werewolves. Please wake up. Just remember, werewolves, you have a once per game Chupacabra spell. So just write spell and then that name whenever you guys want to use it. I'm not saying you have to use it tonight. You decide who you want to kill. All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. You can write down a name. I'll give you the exact role of that player. All right, thank you. Let's go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill tonight? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If you want to kill, just write down a name. You do not have to kill. All right, Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Let's do Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. So if you want to drink a potion, just write down potion. If you want to research somebody, just write down their name and I'll start recording that. Remember, you only have 3 potions the whole game. If you drink a potion, you have to nominate somebody that day. If you don't nominate that day and it doesn't get seconded, you will die. And once you drink that 3rd potion, you will become a monster permanently. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. And Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Remember to write monster if you're checking for a monster or wolf if you're checking for a wolf. All right, Seer, go to sleep. And everybody wake up. All right, and there were some deaths, multiple people dying tonight. First one off is Alex. You are dead, and Alex was a villager. And then Sonia, you are dead. Sonia was a werewolf. And that's it.
Finally, Van Helsing's not in Blake's hands.
Could also be the Chupacabra.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name. Let me pull that back up.
or it could be the boogeyman if she was an outcast.
I mean, Sonia voting up when she voted down before was very suspicious. There was no reason. There was no reason for her to vote up.
Who voted
Paul
up for
on the
Paul
third
at the end there?
nomination.
Is Jugan, Gil, and Sonia.
I voted out because I believed Paul from the beginning. I thought, as I said, I disagree with him. But it made sense. I did not understand why everybody jumped on him for something. It's one thing you disagree with him, but it's different. Like,
well, we don't have that much to go on day one. So if somebody says something really weird, then go with it. Like,
yeah, but he has never killed a werewolf.
What?
I think Lucas made a great
we
point.
killed werewolves a lot of times on day one.
Yeah. Why would the werewolf ever say something crazy day one?
It has happened before, Lucas.
I can show you more videos where it hasn't happened.
There's too many times that villagers kill are more kill hungry and they kill wrong people. I noticed, and especially last night, I proved it with the vampires. You also bloodthirsty to kill in the first game or first nomination. Y'all killing villagers left and right, and the same thing in this game. Not 1 second I believe Paul was bad, but everybody was so kill hungry. We got to kill. You killed the villager, so.
I was actually very suspicious of Alex. I thought Alex was something.
I think Daly was really aggressive, so I had him as a villager.
Yeah, he seemed different than when he was a vampire yesterday.
Actually, Alex being killed kind of cleared Joseph a little bit for me because I thought Alex and Joseph were like playing together there for a second, and that's why I was suspicious of Alex and Joseph. Mostly Alex.
I thought Alex was a villager as well. So
yeah. I didn't think. I thought he was werewolf.
Oh, chill. Your radar is off today.
Why is werewolves then? Did they pick Alex?
Because he might be the seer.
That's a very good question. Why did the wolves pick Alex?
Because they thought he might be the seer. Because I came out as seer, and Alex came out as seer, and Jill came out as seer. So they're thinking one of us three is probably the real seer.
No, I came out as a bus driver, so I could be the real bus driver.
And we all know that I'm the only seer.
There's no bus driver.
The one I know is not a seer, at least is Lucas, because Lucas would find a werewolf on the day one and then tell us.
Lucas is not on the good team at all.
Joseph, my comment was more, I don't think anyone was taking any of the seers' comments seriously.
Yeah. Does the Mr. Wolf wake up before the rest of the wolves?
No,
they wake up with the wolves, and then they wake up after the wolf if they are in the game.
Okay.
Adam?
All right.
It is possible that Van Helsing killed Alex.
Yeah, who can kill at night? How could...
But then the wolves didn't kill anyone, you mean?
It could be Van Helsing, Boogeyman, or Chupacabra.
Oh, wait, no, because if the Boogeyman scares the wolves, then the outcast wolves. Okay, so yeah. Then
that's true too. Like
it couldn't have been Van Helsing then.
You got a bodyguard, you got Mr. Hyde drinking, and you got a Chupacabra.
I don't think
it could be that the werewolves got scared and the outcast killed
a werewolf.
A werewolf by mistake. Oh no, you can't because they don't kill each other. They don't
yeah, but they can target each other.
Yeah, nothing.
Could Chupa got a werewolf and the werewolf got a villager?
There's so many ways to kill. We're just going to talk this to death. So.
I think Lucas is something bad.
Because there would be an option.
Joseph, it's your second bad guess this game. Please stop it.
So, Gil, if you are the seer, what information do you have?
I can't tell yet. It's too early. I have to look at the same person twice.
That's so
I can tell you my
suspicious.
secret.
I'm a little suspicious.
That's something the mystic wolf would say, Gil.
Would it?
I'm a little suspicious of someone.
When the mystic wolf say that, we need to vote for him or her.
Jill, can you please
let Cody talk?
Yeah.
Why would someone go after the seer like on day 2 though? I'm really like, why would they try to get them to reveal their role so soon? That just seems really suspicious. Trying to flush out someone.
He came out day 1 and said he was the seer. And
a lot of people did.
Yeah, but it was more than
the 3 of us did.
People believed any of them.
The likeliest scenario is really that Van Helsing killed Daly, the Chupacabra killed Sonia, and the werewolf targeted an outcast wolf, or the outcast targeted.
And being a villager, if I get killed at night and a seer gets to live one more time, it's a plus for me.
Van Helsing is in the hands of a good player and didn't want to take a chance of killing the villager, and they didn't fire. There's that option too.
I don't think so.
Guys, we will find out if you listen to the count of the first vote.
That's true.
There are 20 of us in here, so if there's only 19 votes, you know.
Yeah, but that's if he killed the villager.
Did the vote count last time seem off a little bit? Like, I didn't. What did he say? 4 up.
Didn't matter. There was no Van Helsing yesterday, so
Yeah.
But it was
there was no
okay.
information. Yeah.
Okay. I'll nominate Elliot so we can get a check on the.
Okay, Joseph nominated Elliot. Is there a second for that?
I'll Guami it.
And Andrew seconds. This is the first vote of the day. Elliot, this is your defense.
Yeah, I assume we're just doing this so we can vote up and see what's going on with Van Helsing. If anyone's got any suspicions on me, then say something.
Your first defense was pretty bad.
You give it
That
actual
not
defense.
great.
Sorry, did you say something, Dugan? I half heard you and then you sort of froze.
I would like an actual defense from you. So we're not just wasting it.
I mean, there's not much I can say to clear myself. I've got a couple of thoughts on suspicions, but they're not particularly strong ones at the moment, and I was trying to wait and see how things develop. I am aware that if I say too much now, I could distract the day when I think we're starting to puzzle and getting somewhere on people's general reads, and I don't have anything particularly strong. So if people do push for me, I will give my suspicions. I'm just not sure it's going to be helpful.
That was like a worse defense than the day one.
Okay, I'll give my suspicion. I think Joseph has been reasonably aggressive, more so than when he's good.
Okay, I missed. Okay, I didn't understand at all what you just said.
He's saying Joseph is more aggressive than usual.
Than when he's good. When he's bad, he often gets aggressive and.
That's like opposite true if you played with me, Elliot. Right.
Wait, are you saying
This
he
is the
might be
classic
the
Elliot and
werewolf
Joseph
hunter?
like early
or-
on, so I wouldn't read it into that.
And that's why I was trying to work out whether his nomination on me was the real nomination or was it
It
just
wasn't,
trying to
but
get the
after your
count.
defense, it became one.
All right, I'm going to call that as a defense. So this is the first vote of the day. This is for Elliot. Just make sure I can clearly see thumbs because counting obviously is going to be important now. In 3, 2, 1, vote. So it is 8 votes down and 12 votes up. That is not enough to kill, and that was the first vote of the day.
Okay, so Van Helsing killed the werewolf. Yeah.
Or
not at all. Yeah, but I think they killed the werewolf. Because I think the werewolf killed Alex because Alex was obviously a villager. So
Joseph.
I honestly think Van Helsing didn't act last night.
He was obviously a villager when Connor said he was a villager.
I felt so before as well. Like
Joseph, why Van Helsing over the Chupacabra?
It could be the Chupacabra, I guess. Maybe you have more information, Elliot. Are you the Chupacabra?
I think it'd be Chupacabra because they have no downside.
There is a downside because then the werewolves could just know to kill him right away.
Put it down.
What?
Because they get if they do know who it is, they can do the werewolf Chupacabra spell to kill him, according to Connor's rules.
Yeah,
How does the wolves know who the Chupacabra is?
Yeah.
They guess, and then they once in the game they can name him. I mean, if they name him correctly, he dies or she. It's a thing Connor added before you joined.
Okay.
Joseph, why did you nominate Elliot? I think it's quite risky to go for someone that popular to be nominated when there's like Dracula in the game.
Yeah, but I don't think Elliot is good anymore.
To be fair to Joseph, the Dracula power only applies to the second nomination and onwards, and it was the first.
Only for the second?
No, it's for every.
It's for any.
nomination.
What are you talking about?
As long as the person is getting seconded, it doesn't matter what nomination it is.
I thought it was only a figure.
If that person
any
is the second nomination.
If they are nominated in brackets second plus.
And seconded.
Yeah, they have to
And
be. It has to be a
seconded.
complete nomination, Elliot.
The order doesn't matter,
okay.
right?
So
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the
was
first, second, or
seconded.
third. It's just if that person's completely nominated, no matter what the vote is, they will die.
Andreas, if the Dracula doesn't know who's a werewolf, So he could do that to a werewolf, which means it's a good thing. So
yeah, the thing is, he could also do that to a villager. And
yeah. But if I think Elliot is bad, then he's either a monster or a werewolf.
Did you think he was bad before he gave his defense?
I do now.
A little bit from day one, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard.
So you weren't you weren't even pretty sure he was bad, and therefore you nominated him, kind of wasting one of the
I
resources.
played in vampire games before. You can't account for that. Like, oh, who could have been picked? There's like 23 people or 22, whatever. We can't not nominate someone because that might be a thing.
Luciana, you have something?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've noticed how quickly Joseph keeps nominating, and I don't know, I would just be a little bit more scared of the roles that have consequences if that nomination goes through, which leads me to believe that he and Jamie might be on the monsters team.
I'm a little bit sus of I know it's all for fun, the whole seer thing though, but I wonder if he did that to try to get a reaction out of somebody like that. I know everyone's like, oh, no one took that seriously, but that's
Keep in mind, we also have a role that has to nominate too.
That has happened, so.
If they do something.
Jugan said something really good there.
Yeah,
so
but it happened the day before too.
I'll
so.
keep doing it. So.
He's not the seer because I am the seer. So.
Well, if you're not scared of nominating, it leads me to believe why you are not scared of nominating.
How are we going to progress the game if we are scared of nominating people?
Well, it's just out of 21
or maybe he's a villager
people,
and hoping he ends
just...
up on the wolf team.
I think I'm okay with letting Joseph keep nominating until we kill a werewolf, and then we kill Joseph afterwards in case it was a rabid wolf.
I still think it's Elliot. That defense was terrible, and he starts stumbling on his words when he's bad. I got that vibe from him.
Jugan, I've never given a defense you've liked.
Yeah, you have. Plenty of times. Just recently, I've caught on when you stumble on words and give defenses like that, you're bad.
I'm a
Joseph. Simon.
Joseph, can I just ask you, why did you nominate Elliot? Because you were saying before that you were a bit suspicious of Lucas. You said that a couple of times. And I kind of thought that if you were just throwing out a nomination just for the sake of it, it would have made more sense to nominate Lucas since you'd already been talking about it and than just Elliot out of thin air.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I'm scared to go after Lucas because he gets so like after me then, and then like the whole game is about me versus Lucas.
In which case, in self-preservation, I'll nominate
Elliot's second defense
and then he has
was so bad, and
Elliot,
after
sorry,
his
Luciana,
defense,
I just have to go through this.
sorry.
Elliot nominated Joseph. Is there a second for that?
No.
Okay, Luciana seconded.
Yeah, Luciana is bad.
Second vote of the day. Joseph, this is your defense.
Yeah, okay. So I am the seer, so you don't want to kill me. That's how easy it is. I said I was the seer the first day because nobody would believe me, which means they wouldn't kill me. And now I can say that I am actually the seer. But like, it doesn't matter what I do in a game where Lucas and Luciana is in because they will always go after me no matter what. And Luciana will always back up Lucas because they know each other in real life. So it doesn't matter, like if I'm good or bad or whatever, they always go together. It's silly.
I was actually silent now since Elliot had this defense, Joseph.
he hasn't said a word.
And Elliot was the
It's
one
my
throwing
defense now,
sustenance.
so I don't know.
I've been watching Lucas. Lucas has not said a word, Joseph.
No. But he said it on day one, and then Luciana jumps on it, like always. Okay, let's kill the seer. Come on.
What's your information if you're the seer?
Jill is not a werewolf. That's my only information I got so far. He could be a monster, but I can only check one thing. So.
All right, I am going to mute you all. This is the second vote of the day. 3, 2, 1, vote. There are 12 votes down and 8 votes up, so that is enough to kill. And Joseph, you are dead, and Joseph was a villager. All right, everybody go to sleep. All right, let's start off with the monsters. Please wake up. So I'll give you a couple seconds. Remember, Boogeyman, you just can't choose the same person 2 nights in a row. I'm going to say the same with Dracula. I know I'm adding that in, but Dracula cannot choose the same person 2 nights in a row as well. All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. And monsters, you can go to sleep. All right, let's get the bodyguard. Please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Okay, werewolves, please go to sleep. All right, Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, please go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight if you want to. If so, give me a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to drink a potion, write down potion. If you want to research, just write down someone's name. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Just remember, you have to write monster or werewolf. All right, thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. And everybody can wake up. And there was a death last night. Luciana, you were dead. Luciana was a werewolf. But Luciana has a gun. So Luciana, who do you want to take with you? You can unmute yourself.
Andreas. Sorry.
All right. Andreas is dead. Andreas was a villager. And that is everything that happened.
Luciano, that was mean. He's been killed like 4 times in a row with a gun, and he's just going to do that.
He died yesterday.
I know.
A 50-50 gun.
In a row.
Who was it that nominated Joseph and seconded Joseph? I didn't quite get that.
I nominated Luciana.
I nominate Elliot because this village is doing terrible at killing villagers.
I'm going to second Elliot. I think
get-
Elliot and Luciana
Okay.
were werewolves trying to kill Joseph.
Okay, so Jugan nominated Elliot and Gil seconded Elliot. This is the first vote of the day. Elliot, this is your defense.
Can we say why?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Nominate
fine.
him before
That's
he
fine.
defends. Okay. I think Elliot and Luciana were pairing up there together. I got very suspicious of Luciana. The way the two of them, they're playing against each other. I think Elliot and Luciana are werewolves, and they were trying to get Joseph killed.
I second that, and I go back to his last defense was terrible, and he stumbles on words and in his trying defenses when he's bad.
Yeah, I think Elliot is Werewolf.
I was really hoping Van Helsing would have killed him. But maybe they killed Luciana, so it works.
Let him.
One of my defense. Yeah, okay, so just to go back through what's happened, but Joseph nominated me. I wasn't going to say any suspicions until pushed, and Joseph, I think, had been coming out pretty aggressive. I didn't nominate Joseph until he said the only reason for nominating me over someone else is he didn't think I'd take it personally. And as much as I normally don't take things personally, if you're going to tell me the only reason you nominated me is you didn't think I'm going to take it personally, there's only one way I'll stop that being the reason for being nominated in the future. I try and not take things personally most of the time, but please don't. I don't like it when I then get picked on for that reason. And then I just didn't believe the defence at all. I can't work out what was going on, Joseph, but who claims if they are the seer before they've even had one check, and the first person to claim it?
Joseph, Alex, and I claim to be the seer.
I'm not saying, if you like, who were the people who claimed it, but I'm saying, why would you day one, before you've had a check, if you were the seer, be the first person to say that? By the time you got 3 people already saying it, then yes, you throw your hat in the ring and you become the fourth or something.
Maybe he's trying to protect the real seer. I've done it before, and he's done it before.
And he probably knew I would do the same. He probably knew that as soon as he claimed, I would claim it as well.
Yeah, but that's why when it got to his defense and he still went and was claiming seer, I just didn't believe that. He may have thought he knew who a seer and was trying to protect them, but you're also, I think, just as likely that you got someone who doesn't work out what you're doing and they come out just to rebuff you. So that's what, and Joseph has also claimed seer loads of times before when he hasn't, to just try and get a reaction out of someone. It might have been a wrong call, but I don't think any of it wasn't a logical one.
I don't believe it.
Question. Elliot,
yeah.
Would you agree that since that nomination was so quick, there might be a good reason to keep you alive now and kill you later today?
I think if people have stuff they want to talk about, then obviously you give yourself the day. I think there's also, after the last couple of days, every chance that if you vote up, I still die.
Yeah, Elliot, it's your chance to come out with a role if you have.
I wish I had one to come out with. Would it make you happy if I said I was the seer?
All right, I am going to mute you all. Just remember, this is the first vote of the day. This is for Elliot. In 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 11 votes up and 6 votes down. But Elliot, you are dead. And Elliot was a villager. And you guys can go to sleep.
He's dead.
That was
how?
The first nomination.
Yep. All right, everyone go to sleep. All right, let's start with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple of seconds. All right. In 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. All right, monsters, please go to sleep. All right, bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. All right, werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Mystic Wolf, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight if you want. Please write down a name. All right, Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to drink a potion, write down potion. If you want to research, write down a name. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. And Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Seer, please go to sleep. And everybody wake up. And there were some things that happened. Gil, you were dead. Gil was a villager. And Cody, you were dead. Cody was also a villager. That is it.
Dugan, why did you spend a lot of the game saying that all the village was too quick to nominate, and then straight away you nominated yesterday?
Because I thought Elliot was bad, and my gut told me it was bad.
But did you need to do it straight away?
Well, he wasn't bad, obviously, but that was a terrible defense.
But did you need to do it straight away?
No.
Well, clearly, he would have lived anyway. It didn't matter. But how did he get killed by Dracula, right?
Dracula.
Since Elliot's listening, I just want to let him know that I actually liked his defense for once. But
yeah, the last one was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think his last one was bad.
I mean, I don't know. He just the first two, I don't know. It felt really bad.
It's just that the whole game you were saying about how the village is too quick to try to kill and things like that, and then literally 5 seconds.
Well, that one I thought for sure. So yeah, but if you feel like you need to kill me for that, then go right ahead. You just kill another villager, and we lost too many villagers.
Well, I kind of think Dracula, to be honest.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think Jugan is.
I was the last one to join in. I was the last one to get to the game, and usually when that happens, I get dealt a villager roll, and that's what I got dealt.
No, I think you're a werewolf, but
nope.
But Dracula would never do a quick nomination. It's like, hello, I'm Dracula.
I truly thought Elliot was bad, and that's why I nominated him.
Wait, oh yeah, you nominated Gil second.
I was going to say Gil was the other one, and he was a villager. So
yeah, I was on the same page with Gil.
I was going to say, yesterday I suspected Jesse and he was a villager, so I was just hoping maybe after he gave his defense. And after you gave your defense, I believed you were not evil after that, so I was just hoping to hear you a bit more, just because you and Victoria are my only suspicious, only because Victoria defended you straight away. So if you can make me believe that you're not evil, like you did yesterday with your defense, and maybe.
Simon, I will say this.
Go ahead.
Did we cover the scenarios how 2 villagers died last night?
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing
I
and
think
wolves.
Van Helsing.
It's the only way 2 villagers die.
Possibly. I was thinking that maybe Cody or Gil. No, Gil would have lived if he got the nomination. But if Cody was Hyde, and then Jugan and Jill's quick nomination would have got him killed.
Yeah.
Would he have?
So there are 2 reasons in this
right
game for
away?
not doing quick nominations, and someone still did it. Great.
That's something, Connor. Can you clarify if he was, or if someone was Hyde and they don't get to nominate? They would have died before the night starts, right?
No, they'll die the next day. That's how I've always done it.
All right, just wanted to clarify.
Is there no boogeyman in this game? I'm guessing. What?
No, I think the boogeyman has scared werewolves. That's why we had no werewolf kills.
Is that just done by text, I guess? You don't call the boogeyman at night.
They wake up with
he calls up all the
monsters. All the monsters wake up
oh.
together, and they all show their
Sorry.
name at the same time.
Okay.
Victoria, you have been very silent.
So many rules, I'm like still trying to figure out how they all work together. Like I still don't understand how what combination of people die at night.
People who are confused usually have high question marks on it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Strawberry, what are your thoughts?
Really, I have no thoughts. I'm just sort of Sunday night.
Okay, that's very sus of Strawberry too, because she usually has some gut feelings.
I do, but every time I say them, I get ignored. So I'm just gonna let you all sit and figure it out yourselves.
Yeah, every time you're not a village role, you say that.
Lucas, should we go off the fact that Joseph was villager and Luciana was the werewolf, and he always says you two are together? Because
but in this case, I really didn't say anything against Joseph.
I know you didn't say anything. Yeah. That's the thing. I was kind of curious why he combined you.
But if you really want to know my gut feeling, it's Adam, Mass, and Grim.
I think it's Graham too.
Who said that? Oh, Jugan.
I will say this: Elliot was my only bad read so far this game.
What were your good reads?
The 2 villagers that we killed, I voted up on.
You said you were suspicious of Gil at one point. He was a villager. Yeah, you did. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
When did I say that?
At one point.
Day 1 or 2. I wrote it down, so.
I didn't say anything about Gil. I'm with you, Gil.
You did actually say that you suspected him at one point.
Yeah, I also wrote it down.
I don't remember saying that.
That's cool, but you did.
So I'll nominate Jesse just because I want to believe him, and you made me believe after you gave your defense yesterday. I actually believed you were a villager. So after this defense, maybe you can sway me again.
All right, Jamie nominates Jesse. This is the first nomination. Is there? Oh, well, this is the first one. Is there a second for that? All right, I saw Lucas first. So Jamie nominated Jesse and Lucas seconded. This is the first vote of the day. Jesse, this is your defense.
Okay. The reason I was more animated yesterday was because I was like, I didn't have a role, so it was very easy to just kind of like throw out my ideas and stuff. And I'm very confused right now. I'm trying to figure stuff out, and it's just like I'm just lost. I'm trying to figure out what is happening, and I'm just lost right now. I know this isn't a great defense, but that is why I have a different mood right now, because yesterday I was just kind of blind and just kind of going all over the place, and now I'm trying to figure stuff out, and I'm having a really hard time with it.
You're saying today you're not blind because you have a night role.
Well, that's the thing though. Is a monster or werewolf or village role? That's the difficulty thing here.
Would you like to say what role you have?
What team are you? We don't even care about.
Okay, I'm on the village team. I'm on the village team. There aren't that many roles there, so I guess we could look at them.
No, so you are claiming a role.
I feel like this is a bad move, but yes, I have a village role. Yes.
Well, if you're claiming a role, then you should come out because now you're a target anyway.
Okay, I feel like I screwed this up, and I'm still new-ish, okay? Because I'm probably I'm hoping the bodyguard is still alive. I'm super confused. Well, I guess I'm not confused. I'm figuring this out. I'm pretty sure Joseph was a Lycan. Because, which I don't know if you guys noticed, okay, I'm the seer, okay? This is probably a really bad move, and I apologize to my village if this is terrible. Werewolves are like drooling right now. I am the seer. I picked Joseph night 1, and it came back as a werewolf. That's why I was pushing on Joseph so heavy. And then when Luciana was revealed as a werewolf, I was super confused because he came up as a villager, so I guess he was a Lycan. But then the whole thing of, for a second, again, I'm new-ish, I misread, I went back and looked at the rules again. The Wolfman, I thought that the Wolfman would appear as a villager once killed. So I thought the Elliot thing was like super, I was like, oh, Luciana, Elliot did this because they somehow knew.
Jesse, can I stop you please for a second?
Yeah,
can you just
sure.
say which night you checked whom and what?
Night 1, I checked Joseph, and he came back as a werewolf. And I have 2 civilians, or 2 people who aren't on the werewolf team. They are not on the werewolf team.
In most games, I would say that's like, you don't necessarily want to come out with that. But since we could have Van Helsing target werewolves at night, any villagers you can clear at this point gives them a better idea who to target.
Okay. Andrew is not a monster. And who was the second? Oh, Jugan is not a monster. I mean, I'm sorry. Andrew is not a werewolf and Jugan is not a werewolf. I checked Andrew night 2 because I was still confused about the whole Joseph thing. And I thought Andrew was like kind of defending Joseph a little bit. And
based on yesterday, Jugan looked way more like a monster than a werewolf. But
okay, yeah, I checked him as a werewolf, and he is not a werewolf. He could be a monster.
I'm not.
And I
want to nominate
this
Graham.
is sloppy play. I apologize.
Can you stop with the nominations, please?
I said I want to.
Okay.
I didn't do a formal nomination, but when I asked Graham,
I thought
he did not respond.
I thought technically it was
Jesse's defense, isn't it?
Yeah, Jamie nominated and
sorry,
Lucas
it was very
seconded.
long.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're still in a nomination technically.
Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot that went so long.
Jesse, why are you saying you're the seer when you're not the seer?
I am the seer. I am the seer, and that's why I said that thing about Joseph claiming seer as a way to trying to get the seer to like make a mistake. So I was like, kind of through all that whole seer thing, I was like, kind of,
So Victoria,
and I felt like, sorry.
Any reason why you're saying he's fake claiming? Can you tell us the reason, please?
Because he's not the seer.
How do you know that?
How do you think?
So you're also
it's
seer.
It's not my, like, it's just Jesse's nominated, right? So it's his time to defend, right?
Yeah, but you can throw anything for or against him.
Well, yeah, and this year.
Why would Victoria want to be killed right now? Is there a? She's maybe a. No, is there only one hunter wolf guaranteed? I don't know.
There's a role that can't be killed during the day.
So Victoria, do you want to share your information with us?
We should vote. We should vote.
We're still in a nominee now, so.
Well,
Please don't kill me. I'm being 100% honest.
I was
Jesse,
believing you,
end your
Jesse,
defense.
until
My very long defense.
Okay, so this is a vote for Jesse. This is the first vote of the day. Muted myself. I'm going to mute you guys.
First vote.
Yeah, first vote. All right, we're voting in 3, 2, 1. Vote. Jesse, you can vote. Might matter. 10 votes up, 4 votes down. That is not enough to kill. That was the first vote of the day.
Victoria, please tell us your information.
My information turned out pretty useless, but night 1, I checked Andreas, and he is not a wolf. Night 2, I checked Jill. He was not a wolf. And then night 3, I checked Elliot, and he was not a wolf. And it was just really unlucky that everybody kept dying. I checked Andreas because he was really quiet. I checked Jill because I was suspicious of him after like day 1. And then I checked Elliot because he was very, very suspicious. And that's why I voted down on him. I didn't say anything that day because I didn't think we'd kill on the first kill when the nomination was so quick. I mean, not down, up. Like, I didn't vote to kill him.
Is that the order you checked? So first Andreas, then Jill, then Elliot? It can't be because Elliot died.
That's extreme. Yeah. Is there a Tanner? Is there a?
You couldn't have checked Elliot the last night. He was already dead at that point.
I think I was the other role that, like, the other way around then. I just wrote it down
You
wrong.
checked the other 3 people who are all dead, and it doesn't matter what information you have? Is that?
Yeah, I think it's very odd that every person she checked is dead.
How many series did we have in this village?
I don't get the scenario. Like, why does Victoria want to die today?
Maybe she has plans later.
She might be the wolf hunt. Oh wait,
No,
Luciano was the wolf hunter,
Luciano
right?
was.
Okay.
She
He
could
threw
be
me
the
off when he
rabbit
said
wolf.
she has a gun. I was like,
Well, she could
Okay.
be the rabbit wolf, you know.
Is there only one hunter for sure?
Yeah, only one for sure.
Okay.
The problem is I don't really believe Jesse either. I don't believe any CF
My
claims
problem with
so
him is
far.
he said he checked for Monster, and I thought, like you said, first day you should
No,
check for Monster.
I only
because-
checked werewolf. That was I misspoke.
Oh, okay.
I only checked
That's what
werewolf.
confused me.
I think it's Graham.
What?
Cool.
I mean,
Up is
Graham
werewolf.
is on
Down
my list,
is
but
not.
I believe Jesse more than Victoria, for sure. Definitely believe Jesse more than Victoria. You look distressed, Simon. What's going on?
Yeah, I can't cope with this. So I don't like any distractions about not killing either Jesse or Victoria next. So I think we've got to kill one of those.
I think Victoria. If we're gonna do
Okay,
it.
I'll nominate Victoria then.
I'll second.
All right, Simon nominated Victoria and Jamie seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Victoria, this is your defense.
Like I said, I checked, like, I'm really unlucky with who I checked, but a lot of people died. I don't know if you've noticed. So I checked Andreas, then I checked Elliot, and then I checked Jill. Like, I don't know what else to say. I think that we should kill Jesse, but
Were those
don't
written
care.
in different colored, like pens
Can
and
I-
markers?
yes.
My mind is blown at this point.
whose question, Connor? Can we share notes?
Yeah, I don't care.
Victoria, can you show us your notes, please?
We want to judge you by
Do you
your
want?
penmanship.
I have notes too. If
Yeah,
you're
sure.
doing
Both
that.
of you can show notes.
Can you all show your notes?
I mean, I
in
feel like
3,
this is not
2,
the right
1.
way. There's one. There's 2. And I don't know where I threw the third one. Well, see,
Hey,
I feel bad, but
Jesse
that is
actually makes it believable.
yeah. Okay, I mean, I feel like
Have
that's
a
cheating,
million
but
notes.
yeah, she had notes
put these
yesterday
in-
when she won as the Twilight Wolf, and that is part of the reason she won.
So, but just so we're clear, Jesse, all your notes are in the same writing utensil. Victoria, your notes are in different writing utensils.
Do you know how many writing utensils I have right
the
here?
bodyguard's still alive.
I've got a bunch myself. So
I have,
I
like,
mean,
a huge
I'm
thing.
dying tonight.
I have like a billion markers.
yeah, but why, if you're taking so many notes, why would you switch?
Drop the mic.
Because I wrote Elliot's and Really Pretty when I had time, and then I have like
oh, here it is.
And then I wrote the others when I was rushing.
All right, that is.
So the question really is, why does Victoria want to die?
Is there a reason not to kill her? I'm super.
The only
weirded
reason
out
is
by
she
this.
is going to be a rabbit wolf.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I can think of.
And what does a rabbit wolf do?
And we kill one of the two people who nominated her
randomly into a
second.
wolf.
I'm fine with that.
All right, I am going to mute you all. This is the second vote of the day. This is for Victoria. So in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 4 votes up, 10 votes down. That is not enough, or sorry, that is enough to kill. Victoria, you are dead, and Victoria was a monster. All right, everybody go to sleep. All right, let's start with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. All right, in 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right. Get the, sorry, monsters, you can go back to sleep. Go bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot choose the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, werewolves, go back to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Mystic Wolf, please go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Outcast Wolves, please go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. The option to kill tonight? If so, give me a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, go back to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, write down potion. If you have a name, please write down someone's name. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, please go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. And some things did happen. Jugan, you are dead. Jugan was a villager. And Adam, you were dead. Adam was a werewolf. The day is yours.
I have super important updates. There was a miscommunication in the night when me and the moderator communicated that he thought I had wrote Andreas, and I had wrote Andrew, and Andrew actually is a werewolf. I checked him again tonight, and he is a werewolf because I didn't want to let that hang out there, and I thought that's terrible to have a clear on Andrew if he is a werewolf. So Andrew is a werewolf.
Andrew,
and I'm not this creative to make this kind of stuff up. So.
Well, I did tell you he was on my sus list, so.
Strawberry, it's always easy to say it afterwards, you know?
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but I'm still confused by Jesse. I'm not 100% sure he actually is the seer, but that was a long moderation thing, so that's why I'm not.
The notes and everything? You're still not sure?
Yeah, people have done fake notes before.
I mean, do you guys want to talk about some other stuff, though, in the meantime?
Okay, so because Jesse's still alive, I think we can assume the bodyguard still was alive last night, unless the werewolves just didn't want to waste a vote to kill him, or the werewolves, Boogeyman scared the werewolves, but then the outcast could have killed him. Because they would have known, outcast would have known that the werewolves didn't have a vote, right? Because if outcasts get to kill, then they would know that the werewolves didn't have a vote. So they could have gone after Jesse.
I thought, does the outcast only work with the boogeyman, or does it work with?
Well, if the boogeyman scares, okay, this is my understanding, and tell me if I'm wrong. If the boogeyman scares the werewolves, then the outcasts get to vote instead because the werewolves didn't get to use their vote, right?
That is correct.
So either you were saved, Jesse, or you weren't voted, because there were 2 deaths, unless the chupacabra killed the werewolf.
Where it killed it?
Killed Adam, because Adam's a werewolf. But
and the werewolves killed Jugan, possibly.
But then there's Van Helsing.
Can I also throw a spanner into the works? I had suspicions that Jugan might have been Jekyll Hyde. Because he obviously with that first so keen vote, and he kept then saying about Graham last night, which kind of implied to me that he's had 2 potions. So I was thinking he was turning to the monster. And then the fact that he didn't get to vote yesterday meant that he died. Oh no, you said he would die the next day, didn't you?
So Simon, did you kill Jugan in the night?
During the day, not that night.
No.
Oh.
Oh no, the next day he did die. Yes. So as I said, I thought he was Hyde trying to turn into a monster. So that's why one of the reasons why I nominated yesterday.
Wait, did he nominate yesterday? Because if he had used a potion, he would have.
No, he didn't nominate.
Which is why I think he died. I might be wrong, and that's kind of a long shot. That's what my suspicion is.
Oh, good.
Josh, why did you vote up?
Jesse?
Why did you vote up on Victoria?
I thought maybe she was the boogeyman, and she was. I think the boogeyman's actually more helpful to the village team right now.
Well, that depends on how many werewolves you have, because the boogeyman would also want to stop us from killing more wolves.
Yeah, but we haven't killed that many wolves, so.
Yeah, well, we haven't killed we haven't killed any wolves.
That's true. Yeah. Not many wolves have died. Is the way I should have said.
It's all thanks to Chupacabra and Van Helsing.
Josh, why did you think she's the boogeyman?
I had a feeling.
Well, she could be any one of them.
I mean, I got that feeling after we found out she was a monster, but I still don't understand why anybody would try and counterclaim a seer, make a really bad defense, and try and get themselves killed.
Yeah.
Josh wasn't
That
the only.
That doesn't
upvote.
scream boogeyman to me.
Who was the other?
But it
upvote?
also doesn't scream Chupacabra, does it, Graham?
Sure. Fair enough.
Like I didn't think she was a Chupacabra because I felt that the Chupacabra, would not have held up those three names. And I actually thought maybe Jugan was the Dracula.
The Chupacabra would
No,
have these
she
three
was.
names.
She said it was Elliot was one, right? And then Elliot died after being nominated, so she probably was a vampire.
The Dracula.
Dracula, vampire, Camilla. You can choose whichever you want.
Yeah, we're still going to kill you, Andrew.
I'm just saying. But I don't
So
know. I still
have.
don't.
Can I check my notes? I have that we killed 3 werewolves. I have Luciana,
Adam,
Sonia.
and Sonia. Okay. How many do we think we had?
At least
We've
2
got
more.
normal werewolves, and we've got the outcast. So we've got
So Andrew, are you a werewolf or outcast?
I'm not. I don't know why he thinks I am. I still am not buying him a seer.
Well,
This
he
is
could
mess
be
up.
lycan. He could be a lycan, right?
Well, we've
That's
got
Andrew
possible,
hasn't
but
claimed
Joseph.
Lycan yet.
3 normal werewolves. We've got two of the 4 plus the werewolf hunter, which Luciana was, and then we've got the outcast as well. So it's at least 3. So it's probably about 4 or 5.
It's a Connor game too, so you got to factor that in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus with the Chupacabra.
Right. You could
probably
all
about
be werewolves,
6.
and I could be the lone villager.
No, then the werewolves would
I
have
know.
won
You're
already.
right. You're right.
Is Victoria our only dead monster, or who else died that was a monster?
She's the only dead
She's the
monster.
only one.
So we have 2 monsters
At least.
left.
At least.
Possibly a third with Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right?
Or a curse turning into a second Chupacabra.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Anybody remember who else voted down on Jesse? Because I can't remember. Is there anyone else that voted down on Jesse? I'm inclined to believe him.
I voted down.
You're
I
monster.
voted down at both of them, so
Yeah.
I can't. I couldn't trust either of them.
I'm more inclined to believe Jesse. I kind of
Strawberry also voted down
Persuade
on
me.
both of them.
so many.
So you don't believe Jesse, Strawberry? Or do you believe him now?
No, I do believe Jesse.
So you think Andrew is good?
No,
What?
I'm confused.
Yeah, you said if you believe Jesse, and I'm confused now because
This is. Who are we talking
I
about?
find that
Say that
We're talking
again.
about you.
No, who are you asking me about?
I feel like Lucas is trying to cause confusion, and that's usually what a werewolf wants to do.
What? I'm saying we're still going to kill you, Andrew. I'm just trying to
Oh.
gather more information. Andrew, could you do us the favor and nominate yourself?
I have done that before.
No, I do not let people nominate themselves just for the sake of the rabbit wolf.
Yeah.
In the game.
can they second themselves or no?
Nope. I do
that's
need a
fine.
nomination.
So who wants to sacrifice themselves?
I don't think I should.
No, you shouldn't, Jesse. Strawberry, are you ready to nominate Andrew? Because you say you don't
Why don't
trust
you want
him.
to sacrifice yourself? Do you have a role you don't want to give up?
Yeah, I don't want to give up my role.
Sure, I'll nominate him.
Who can you clarify him, Strawberry?
Andrew.
Okay, so Strawberry is nominating Andrew. Is there a second for that?
Second.
All right, Ashley seconds. This is the first vote of the day. Andrew, this is your defense.
Yeah, I'm still not really buying Jesse as the whole thing because I was we all agreed Monster shouldn't be the one you vote on or like check for a seer, and he was saying Monster before, and now he's saying conveniently saying he's just confused about all that stuff, and it's causing more confusion. That's why I think he might be a werewolf, just lying about being. Or he could be a mystic werewolf, and just lying about who is what, trying to get them out, and that's why he might have the notes. But I don't know. I just don't trust him.
But you're not claiming Lycan.
I don't know if I'm Lycan or not. I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're a villager, then you should be a Lycan, right?
I think he's lying about saying I'm wolf. So he could be lying. If he is a seer, then he could be Lycan, but I don't think he's a seer. I think he's just lying.
Where is it? You said he could be the mystic seer, so he should see that you're Lycan.
It's true, but I don't know if he is or not. I just think he's lying.
All right, that was the defense.
By the way, I don't have a role, so don't kill me in the night, please.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is the first vote of the day. This is for Andrew. In 3, 2, 1, vote. That is unanimous, 11 votes down. Andrew, you are dead. And Andrew was a werewolf, but please do not go to sleep. Just in case he was a rabid wolf, I am going to have to message somebody, or I might not be messaging somebody because you might be turning into a werewolf.
The village finally killed the werewolf.
All right, everybody can go to sleep. I'll go ahead and mute you all. All right, let's start it off with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down what you're doing. All right, in 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If so, you can write down a name. Okay, thank you. Van Helsing, please go back to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to drink a potion, just write down potion. If you want to research somebody, write down their name and I'll give you their role. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Seer, please go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. And there were some stuff that happened last night. Graham, you were dead, and Graham was a werewolf. And Simon, you were dead. Simon was also a werewolf. That's it. It is your day.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Unfortunately, I checked Graham and I did get the confirmation he's a werewolf, but doesn't matter.
So, Strawberry, Ashley, did one of you turn?
Nope.
We haven't heard from Ashley in a while.
Also, considering that we had... Actually, I think it's time to come out with roles now. We are 8 people. Van Helsing is definitely still alive. No?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, man. So, okay, let's talk about win conditions.
We only have to kill the wolves.
The villagers only have to kill the wolves. How could the monsters win if they have equal parity with the village, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. So there's at least one, there's a maximum of 3 monsters, but we're thinking less.
No, there's no maximum. There's a minimum of 2 monsters.
Minimum of 2 monsters.
Yeah. Maximum there is it's as many cursed as Connor put in. Josh, Jamie, Chris,
Curse
Anna.
turn into werewolves, not monsters.
Josh,
can
you have any
turn
reads
into
on
both.
anyone?
Oh, they
Turn
can.
into both, right? Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Strawberry.
Oh yeah, chupacabra. I apologize.
I said, do you have any reads on anyone?
No, I don't. I mean, you're kind of the highest at my suspicion list, but I wouldn't say that's a high suspicion.
Strawberry is also very high, but you having no suspicions, Josh, also puts you up there. Because you're usually an aggressive player or a more quiet player and then help us later on with suspicions, but you having none?
But I'm used to being on people's suspicious lists because I'm usually always on one.
I mean, we have to take into account that maybe Andrew was the rabid wolf, so that puts you and Ashley up there.
That's true.
But I didn't turn, so.
Yes,
so
but
you're saying
you could be, and this might blow your mind, you could be lying. So we have to. It's just part of the game.
Shock her in a game of deception. I could be lying.
Yeah, so that's why you're higher on my list right now.
But on the flip side, I could also be telling the truth.
I just had a eureka moment, possibly.
Oh,
Hold on, let me read the rules again. Okay. Maybe this is just okay since we have a lot of time. Okay, Jamie called me out twice. Maybe he's the Mystic Wolf, and he found out my exact role. Because he was trying.
Jamie is on my sus list. I do also believe that he's.
But would that be too risky?
That's another good question. Why are you still alive, Jesse?
I don't know. Bodyguard, good bodyguard. I don't know.
Wait,
I mean, if you have a bodyguard, please come out.
No villagers died last night, right?
Yes.
It has to be the bodyguard.
No, it could be the boogeyman.
No, because if the boogeyman, it would be outcast wolves get to attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless all the outcast wolves are dead.
It could be outcast wolves targeting monsters because they have no idea who the werewolves targeted before. I mean, there are many scenarios, but still, why are you still alive, Jesse?
Well,
I don't
know. So if I understand it right, the outcast werewolves cannot kill the other werewolves. So my thinking is maybe all the outcast werewolves are dead.
My thought on why I survived the first night was probably the misread with Andrew, because like I cleared a wolf, so maybe that's why they kept me alive the first night. I don't know why. Like I'm not sure why I'm still alive on night 2.
Unless you're the Mystic Wolf and you're really playing it well. I've never played with you before, so I have no idea. And the same thing with Jamie. I have no read on him because I've never played with him ever. And
I'm not that good.
I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have said Andrew was a villager and then threw him under the bus the next day if he was the Mystic Wolf.
Chris, do you have anything to say? It looks very likely that you will end up one of the last ones, you know?
As the way Andrew was doing it, he probably was the rabid wolf, So we've probably got to kill one of the. Yeah.
I
Unfortunately.
mean, you can kill me if you want, but I'm just a plain old villager. I know you said that.
I mean, if we kill one of them, Jesse checks the other one.
Well, if Jesse survives till tomorrow, I will kill him.
That makes me a little nervous.
I like Jesse's insight that maybe Jamie is the Mystic Wolf. And
yeah, because even if he wasn't trying to get me killed, he was trying to point it out to the other wolves, perhaps.
Well, I was just mentioning the fact that you were looking suspicious to me because you were acting differently yesterday, and I wanted to hear you because when you gave your defense yesterday, that cleared you in my eyes. So that's the reason why I did it, you know. So
I kind of like, I get that idea, but the only thing that bothers me is you haven't called out anyone else the whole game, and you did that twice. Like, you really pushed that home. And I think based on like our interaction yesterday, you would check me as Mystic, like you would check me because of how the thing went yesterday. I could see you checking me early just to see. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's something.
You're wrong.
Jamie, are you on the village team?
I am on the village team.
Do you have a role?
Villager, but other than that, no, I don't have a role.
Why is no one coming out with a role? Please come out. We need you.
Here's the.
I don't believe Jimmy is a villager. I really don't.
Yeah, Jamie's shut up. That was a good insight, Jesse.
He could be a monster, but I don't care about killing monsters. I want to kill the last.
Yeah, we've killed a few more werewolves. I know.
Then that makes me.
Just died.
How many werewolves do we think are left, possibly?
I think one.
Maybe two. There might. I mean, can't discount the rabid wolf thing. So.
Because either I'm off, and Josh pounced on my misread of Jamie, or I think I'm right, and Chris was going back to Strawberry and Ashley, like once I mentioned that about Jamie, like he quickly changed the subject to checking Strawberry and Ashley back to back. So it's like, I feel like it's one or the other, but I don't know.
What do you think, Ashley?
Honestly, I'm just following Jesse's lead. I'm right there with him. Either Chris or Jamie, I'm fine with nominating either of them.
What about you?
If you guys have to, I'm a villager, but I get it. I could have turned. That's fine.
What are you, Lucas? You're asking everybody's role, but you haven't come out with a role.
Yeah, if I had a role, I would come out, but I'm just a normal villager. And I'm the only one who's actually trying to figure something out here. Most of you are silent.
I'm always silent, though.
Nobody's silent. Well, I don't really have any suspicions now. Like, I sort of was thinking Simon was a monster because of the way he voted on Jesse, but he got killed last night.
Yeah,
so
I also thought Simon.
Our only thing is Chris is being silent, but he could be more important. Sometimes the silent people are roles, and they don't want to, so.
I am going to need a nomination. We have not.
I'll nominate Strawberry.
Okay, Lucas nominated Strawberry. Is there a second for that? All right, and Anna seconds it. This is the first vote of the day. Strawberry, this is your defense.
I am nothing but a plain old villager. There's not much more I can say other than that. But if you kill me, you're basically killing numbers of the village. And yes, I know my defense sucks.
Just to be clear, by the way, the next night, if there is another night, I only need one nomination. This will be the last night of needing a second. All right, so this is the first vote of the day. This is for Strawberry. I mute you all. Okay, we're going to vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 4 down, 4 up. That is not enough to kill. So Strawberry, you're still alive.
The problem is the monsters could actually side with the werewolves now because they don't want the last werewolf to die.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't.
I couldn't even understand that.
Yeah.
Basically, Lucas, I trust Lucas with that.
What did he say?
He basically said that the monsters would have voted up to try and save the werewolf because they don't want the werewolf to die.
Yeah.
Did you vote up, Lucas?
No, I voted down.
Okay.
But I'm not a werewolf, so that really wouldn't make sense for them to vote up.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think is the werewolf then?
Told you, it's Jimmy.
My right now my radar's on Jamie.
Then why did you second Strawberry?
Because I wanted to hear her defense.
Well, her defense wasn't good.
Well, her defense wasn't good. Her defense wasn't great, but if you're a plain villager, like, what are you gonna say?
Your suspicions?
I told you my suspicions before you even voted for me.
Why do I think Jamie? Right now, Josh is playing very, very quiet, but I don't think that that's telling of him. I do think he's a villager, but Jamie, I get the vibe. I get this bad juju vibe from him. I don't know if it's the hat, it's the screen. I don't know.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you, Anna, I am a villager. I'm playing quiet because I live longer if I don't talk. And therefore, that's why I'm so confused. I'm not used to these, like,
You know
there's
what?
like
Screw
8
it.
people.
I'm nominating Jimmy.
All right, Strawberry nominated Jamie and Ashley seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Jamie, this is your defense.
Who was it that seconded me, sorry?
Ashley.
So my defense, I'm a plain villager. I suppose I could be a Lycan. Maybe if Jesse checks me, I don't know if Jesse has checked me, but if his suspicion is because I try calling him out, I'm going to do that if I suspect somebody. And I just wanted to hear him because, well, he managed to persuade me. But my suspicions are probably on, well, people saying Strawberry normally have suspicions by now. She's saying she didn't have many, so her and Josh, but he's probably trying not to die. And I'm thinking Chris is probably a roll. I don't know why, but
No, if you actually listen to what I had said, I said I do have my suspicions, but there's no sense in me coming out when no one listens to me.
well, that's just
it's not very helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Strawberry.
Only when you don't want to die.
And you only said you had suspicions after people said you were suspicious for not having suspicions, and then you came.
But I'm always suspicious. That's the thing.
Ashley, why did you second Jamie's nomination?
Just because it gives us a little bit more information with Jamie's defense. He is one of the people I suspect. And other than that, I don't have any information. So.
For what it's worth, I don't like that combo of people with the nomination in second, but I also don't trust Jamie. So.
Yeah, I don't like the combo at all.
I don't trust you either, Josh. So that's
fine. That's fine. You always say your suspicions are not worth anything, and you're a bad reader. So
yeah.
I guess that proves I'm a villager.
But you always claim that my suspicions are good, but I don't think so.
All right, this is the second vote of the day. This is for Jamie. And we are going to vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. It is still 4-4. That is not enough to kill. That was the second vote of the day. You guys have one more.
I feel like I'm kind of weird about all Ashley, Strawberry, and Jamie, but I feel like based on that combination of Strawberry and Ashley, I'd rather go for one of them today than go for Jamie. And this is probably like going back to last game when I called out Jamie and I was wrong. So I'm having weird deja vu stuff. Like, what if I'm wrong again? So
that's why
I might have bias there.
That's why
I don't know.
You speak earlier, Jesse, because I was.
Yeah, we have to kill one of them because we have to eliminate some possibility of a rabbit wolf. You know.
Between the two of them, I'm more suspicious of Ashley for jumping on the Strawberry nomination.
Suspicious enough to nominate her?
I mean, she did vote up on Jamie afterwards.
It's
true.
Oh man.
I'll nominate Strawberry.
A second.
All right, Jamie nominated Strawberry and Lucas seconded. This is the third vote of the day. Strawberry, this is your defense.
In defense as last time, not much more I can say really, other than I know it's Jimmy.
All right, I'm going to mute you all. So no matter what, you guys are going to sleep, whether you decide to kill or not. All right, this is the third vote. This is for Strawberry. We're voting in 3. Anna, you ready? Just check them. 3, 2, 1, vote. It's only 1 vote up, 7 votes down. That is enough
Your
to
own
kill.
fault if you-
Strawberry, you are dead, and Strawberry was a villager. All right, let's go. Monsters, please wake up. Give me a couple seconds to write down a name. All right, in 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. Monsters, go to sleep. Get the bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, go back to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, please go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Outcast Wolves, please go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If so, please write down a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go back to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to drink a potion, just write potion. If you want to research somebody, please write down their name and I'll give you their role. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. And there was a death last night. Jesse, you were dead. Jesse was a villager. So only need 1 person to nominate. There will not be seconds.
Chris, are you a monster?
I'm not a monster.
We have at least 2 monsters left, but not 3. Otherwise, we would have lost already, right?
Yeah.
So actually, we have to kill a monster now.
I think Ashley's a werewolf. I think she turned when that guy, was it Andrew died? Because that whole thing, I don't know, but I know that we only killed 1 werewolf during the day. But it's possible that she turned because that something she said yesterday made me think that maybe she turned.
Yeah, the main reason I think that Andrew is because he voted down on himself.
Right.
Which.
Oh, good point.
Josh, you're probably a monster, right?
What did you say, Lucas?
I think Josh is a monster.
Nope, I'm a villager. In fact, you know what? I'll just go ahead and come out. I'm the bodyguard. Don't know if I protected anyone. I think I protected Jesse the night before, so I'm probably going to die tonight. hopefully any other village roles will come out and we can clear some people.
I'm suspicious of Chris. I thought Chris was a bodyguard. That's why he was being a bit quiet. But now I just think he's got no role, basically.
For me, it's between Ashley and Jamie.
I would not entirely trust Chris.
I thought he was a bodyguard. That's why he's been really quiet. But
I mean, if he's a werewolf, then I'm ashamed of you, Josh, because your radar isn't working anymore.
I actually pegged Chris as the boogeyman first day because I was scared the first day, and I thought maybe that was something Chris would do. So that's why I was inclined to keep him alive until like now.
I
could be wrong.
Anna was quite quick to chirp in when somebody mentioned the monster, so that makes me think maybe she's the monster. When Lucas,
I think
she jumped straight on that. So maybe, do you reckon we need to kill the monster before we kill a werewolf, Lucas?
Well, if you only have one werewolf,
I'm sorry, I don't know. I've got my kitten is on the desk. I didn't hear what you said. I don't know. I just heard my name.
I said that when Lucas mentioned monsters, you were pretty quick to jump on, like just talking basically. So that makes me think maybe you're the monster and Chris is a werewolf, maybe.
Oh no, I don't know what Ashley. I think Ashley's cursed. I still don't know about you. I don't know who the monsters are. It could be Lucas.
I'm going to nominate Anna.
I don't think that's the best nomination for today.
Okay, Jamie nominated Anna. This is the first vote of the day. Anna, this is your
Says the other monster, maybe?
I am a villager. I don't have a role. I honestly, now my suspicion is really high on Jamie. I've mentioned him 3 times, so now he's nominated me.
That's nothing to do with it at all.
Who do you Lucas? For Anna, and let me meet you all just in case. Okay, we're voting for Anna in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 6 votes up. That is not enough to kill. That was the first vote.
Who do you reckon is a better kill than Josh?
First of all, Connor, you muted yourself. I have no idea if you intended to do that. Either Chris or Ashley.
I told you Anna didn't die, right?
What?
Did I tell you that Anna did not die from the 6 votes? Yeah,
Correct.
I mute myself after just so you.
Okay. You cut off a little bit at the end, but it's fine. Either Chris or Ashley is the better kill today.
Ashley, you're not defending yourself.
I don't have anything to defend myself with. I understand why I'm suspicious because of the nomination. So, like I've said like 2 or 3 times now, I'm just a villager. I haven't turned, wasn't cursed. So I understand if you guys have to vote for me, but it is what it is.
Well, the monsters can't turn, can they?
What's that?
Monster can't turn.
Monster can't turn, no. And I think at the moment it's fine if we either kill the last werewolf or a monster.
Monster cannot turn because of rabid wolf. That's what you're saying, Chris, right?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
she's saying.
Yeah.
Well, I nominate Ashley then.
All right, Anna nominates Ashley. This is the second nomination of the day. Ashley, this is your defense.
I don't have much to go on. Still suspect Jamie a little bit just because of what Jesse said. Still suspect Chris a little bit just because he's been quiet. That's all I got.
That it?
Yeah.
All right, this is the second vote of the day. This is for Ashley. You're voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 3 down, 3 up. That is not enough to kill. That was the second vote of the day.
I have no idea.
I nominate Chris. Am I allowed to nominate again? I've already nominated once this round. Yeah, I'll nominate Chris. He's almost
you can
expected to
nominate
be
again.
Oh, I don't like this.
All right. So Jamie nominated Chris. This is the third vote of the day. Chris, this is your defense.
Chris, if you're the last werewolf, come out because I won't kill you because I think the monsters
I'm not a
nominated you.
werewolf. I'm not a werewolf. I'm just a plain villager. And this is really tough because if you kill me, then what is it? Boogeyman can silence the werewolves, or they can silence Josh, the bodyguard. So bodyguard can't protect. Werewolf kills. Monster wins.
I mean, there's no reason to let him stay alive, right? So even if he is a villager, the monsters probably just kill the last werewolf and then they outnumber us. So it's game over. So it's Chris or game over.
We have to be taking account that starving wolf is still a possibility too.
Nah, I don't
That's
think
not the
starving
reason to kill him, though. Like Jamie, look at who Jamie, how quick he was. He
I
didn't
know.
even get nominated today.
Yeah, but if Jamie is a werewolf and Chris is a monster, we still have one more day left. That's the thing, Anna. If we
Chris
don't kill,
is vicious to me.
if we don't kill, the monsters already win. That's the thing. We have to kill and hope that he's a monster or the last werewolf. If he's a villager, well, then well played, monsters. Yeah.
All right. This is the third vote. This is for Chris. We are voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. So that is 4 down, 2 up. That is enough to kill. Chris, you are dead, and Chris was a monster. Everybody go to sleep. All right. Monsters, please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. Three, two, one, reveal. All right, thank you. Monsters, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, go back to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, please go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Please go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If so, who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Please go back to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. You could drink a potion tonight, just write down potion. Or you could do research, just write down a name and I'll give you the roll. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. And Anna, you are dead. Anna, you were a monster.
Yeah, that was obvious because she voted up on Chris.
So my monster calibration was a little bit off because I was scared last night. So Anna was the boogeyman and Chris was the chupacabra.
Okay. The thing is, I don't think we need to kill today. We just go for the last 3. Why should we kill today? Today it's a 33% chance. Tomorrow it's a 50% chance. Because I can't find if it's one, which of you 3 it is. I just don't know.
But I don't think Jamie would kill Ashley. I don't think Ashley would kill Jamie. So
they will both kill us?
Yeah.
Josh. No. I think we shouldn't kill anyone. Jamie, what do you think? I mean, it's blood on the clock tower situation. You would never kill on 4, right? You go to sleep.
So that's normally how it goes, yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's the same reasoning as in blood on the clock tower. It's just better probability. And you get some information. I mean, I will probably be the one who will die. Because apparently it seems everyone believes that I'm good.
I kind of believe that you and Josh are good, but Ashley, I'm not 100%. But if we're not kidding, I have no reason to suspect Ashley. But there was a few things being thrown around about it. If we're okay, not killing, I don't mind either way, sort of.
I just don't see a reason for the village to kill this today.
What do you think, Josh? You in agreement with that, or?
It goes against every aggressive principle that I have in my body, so I'm a little bit suspicious of it for that reason alone. I mean, a day goes by without killing me a werewolf, I get antsy.
Right. Yeah, that's the only way we win is
voting
somebody up. So
yeah, but we can do that tomorrow. We don't have to do it today.
Right.
So if they kill you, Lucas, who should I vote for?
I want influence. I want the day to be over, so I die, and the responsibility does not lie with me. That's the only reason. My biggest suspicion is Ashley, because she said we shouldn't underestimate her, but she hasn't done anything helpful to the village so far. So I assume by her saying that she said, I am a good werewolf. But that's the only reason. Jamie, you changed completely. I used to play with you before Christmas, I think, a lot. But then you switched to Blood on the Clock Tower crew, and now you got so much better.
I didn't play for about a month or two after the Christmas thing, because
but even before that,
I screwed myself up playing Blood on the Clock Tower, staying up till like 8 o'clock in the morning. It destroyed me, so I stopped. But no,
And Josh, I want to believe that you're the bodyguard, but when I begged people to come out, you didn't come out. You had no suspicions. I mean, sure, I can understand that the bodyguard does not want to come out, but still, that's why you're not clear to me either. But at the moment it would be like 40% Ashley and 30% each Jamie and you, Josh.
I checked the math on that. That does add up to 100%. Do we have a nomination?
I'm good with not killing today if everyone else is happy with that.
Yeah, I'll just say I nominate not to kill.
Okay, so this is a nominate not to kill. This does not count as one of the 3, but this is a nominate not to kill. So thumbs up, you do not want to kill. Thumbs down, you do want to kill. Make sense? Okay, we're going to vote in Michu. I'm going to vote in 3, 2, 1. Vote. So that is 3 that don't want to kill. So we are not killing tonight. And everybody can go to sleep. All right, let's start off with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. Monsters go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If so, give me a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to drink a potion, write down potion. If you want to research somebody, just write down their name. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, go to sleep. Everybody wake up. And nobody died.
Okay, Josh, you really are the bodyguard.
Yep.
And Ashley didn't want not to kill.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the only way villagers can win.
Yeah, but there was a reason for us to wait one more day.
I get it. But maybe that vote clears me. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay.
I mean, I have nothing else to go for. I can now trust Josh. And it's Josh or me who will go for the 50-50 at the end. So in case we go for another no-kill night, but I don't think it makes any sense.
I won't say whether it was myself or Lucas that I protected last night.
I mean, the wolf knows, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't matter anymore. So, Ashley, you have to defend yourself against Jamie.
Right.
But you're not defending yourself.
I've said everything, all my reasoning. I get the reason you don't want to make the decision to
I'll nominate Ashley.
Put somebody up. So
that is a nomination for Ashley. This is the first nomination. Ashley, this is your defense.
I voted up because villagers need to make a kill. I didn't see the point of delaying the game. I get Lucas doesn't want to make the decision, but he just did. So the end result's the same regardless of what we did yesterday or not.
Tell us everything tell us everything, all the reasons why Jamie should die in today's interview.
So waiting another day made clear that Josh is a bodyguard.
True.
So we actually have more
information. But that wasn't a guarantee.
No. But now we have more information than the day before.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing.
And
at this point, what Josh said. You have to convince us to keep you alive and kill Jamie. So what's the reason to kill Jamie?
I don't have a reason other than I trust you. I trust Lucas. I know I'm a villager. That I don't have any of the recent votes to go off of. So yeah.
What about the way he was going after Jesse earlier? Did you buy into Jesse's thing that he could have been the Mystic Wolf?
I mean, that's a possibility. That's my only read is following Jesse. That's the only reason I suspected Jamie over Lucas or you.
Also, the quick nomination on Chris. Quick thought.
Is that the end of the defense?
Yep.
Okay. So again, this is the first vote. We are voting for Ashley. I'm going to mute you all. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 3 down, 1 up. That is enough to kill. Ashley, you are dead, and Ashley was a villager. Everybody go to sleep. Monsters, please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. All right, you can 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. Go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? All right, thank you. Bodyguard, go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. And everybody can wake up because there has been a deciding factor here. Jamie killed Josh during the night and the werewolves win, but I have some major explaining to do in this game, unfortunately. But Jamie, well done. That was a very good ending. And you did a good job of sneaking
Lucas
away.
should never get to the final 3.
I was not expecting to last that long.
I should have called him when I tried to kill him.
I'm going to mute you all because I definitely have some explaining to do, and I do apologize for this. It definitely was on me. But one of the nights, it was actually, Jamie was the last wolf, and Anna was the boogeyman. She wrote down Jamie's name. So she should have scared Jamie the night that he killed Jesse. And Jesse was the seer. And Jesse was checking Jamie, but I didn't give him the information because I killed him. So Jesse would have known Jamie was the wolf. In my eyes, I would have guessed that you guys probably would have voted him off, and the villagers would have won because the monsters did not outnumber the villagers at that point. So that is my fault. I do apologize. Either way, I thought Jamie did a very great job at the end there to sneak his way through because he was on everyone's list and then still made it through. But let me go through everything that kind of happened in all the roles. So the outcast wolves were Simon and Andrew. Anna did kill Simon as the boogeyman. She scared him the one night and he died. And Andrew, you guys voted out as the other outcast wolf, thinking he was the rabid wolf, which he wasn't. So you guys were really suspicious on Strawberry and Ashley, and that never happened. Josh was the bodyguard. He kept going. It was him, Chris, him, then it was Jesse, him, Jesse, him, Jesse, him, and then he tried to protect Lucas at the end, but it didn't matter. Elliot was a regular villager who just unfortunately jumped on everyone's suspicion. Unfortunately, and he was killed by Dracula that night. Dracula picked him even though you guys voted up. Chris was the chupacabra. He kept picking a bunch of villagers, but then got on a hot streak. He picked Adam. Adam was the mystic wolf. I'll explain what Adam did earlier. And then he picked Graham. Graham was the starving wolf. So Lucas, one issue with your strategy at the end that you forgot about. If Jamie was the starving wolf, you guys would have lost. You forgot about that he could have gotten 2 kills with the no kill, which obviously you can weigh that out. Then we had Jamie was actually a villager, but he was a cursed villager who Adam had checked as the Mystic Wolf and knew he was cursed. So then Adam and you guys, the werewolves, were like, no, don't kill him. But Adam was like, no, we're going to kill Jamie and turn Jamie. Jesse was the seer. I do apologize, Jesse. And I apologize too, because I think some of you, when you guys hold up paper, it's really hard for me to read some of those. That's why I really do like the big text app. So I might, going forward, tell everyone to use this. It's just way easier to read. So I saw Jamie's one check as Andreas, but I guess he had checked Andrew, and I could not let that slide as a screw up. So I messaged him during the one night and said, hey, I gave you the information for Andreas, not for Andrew. But then he decided to check Andrew and got Wolf anyway. Graham was the starving wolf, so there was a starving wolf in the game. Lucas was a regular villager. Alex a regular villager. Andrew already said was an outcast. Ashley was a villager all the way to the end. Luciana was the werewolf hunter. You guys got her killed. Well, Van Helsing got her killed, which I'll explain. Joseph was a villager. He was also a lichen. So when Jesse checked him, he was checked as lichen. And Joseph, if it makes you feel any better, you were dying no matter what happened because Dracula picked you that night. So no matter what the votes came out, you were still going to die anyway. Anna was the boogeyman. She successfully scared Josh the first night. Then she scared Graham, so the wolves didn't get the kill, and the outcast wolves did. And the outcast wolves are the ones who killed Van Helsing. Then she killed Simon by scaring him, and again, she would have scared Jamie. Jamie wouldn't have gotten that kill, and I think Jesse would have probably checked him. And actually, Jesse did check him. I just didn't give him the information. We had Victoria was Dracula, who actually did a good job of picking people that you guys were all nominating. So she never even had to nominate. Neither did the monsters. You guys were all nominating and getting them killed anyway. But then she went a little rogue there at the end. I'm not sure why. Cody was Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. So the night that 2 villagers died, it was because you guys nominated Elliot, and he died from the Dracula kill. And Cody drank a potion that night, and he didn't successfully nominate somebody, so he died that next day, which was really unfortunate for him.
Actually, I think Jess had picked Josh's name, not Jamie's name that night.
Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking to go for Josh.
Paul was just a regular villager. He was a lichen, but nobody ever checked him. Andreas was a villager. Strawberry villager. Gil, you gotta meet up with Blake and give him some Van Helsing lessons, because Gil successfully killed Sonya during the night, and then killed Luciana the next night. So he was successful in every kill, and then the night he was killed, it was because of the outcast wolves. So you guys actually, the one night, you lost Van Helsing and Dr. Jekyll on the same night. And then Jugan was just a regular villager. And Adam was the Mystic Wolf. He knew Jamie was a curse, so he had him turned. And then he did know Gil was Van Helsing, but then he died right after that. So it didn't, and the outcast killed him that same night, so it didn't even matter. But I do apologize for screwing that up. I think the villagers
Made it for a more interesting game, though. It was
technically would have won, but Jamie played amazing, so I am happy with the outcome either way.
It was more interesting the end of the game. Now, I had Lucas' name. I was going to kill Lucas, and then Luciana jumped into Joseph.
This is the second time you misread me, Jill. I'm taking it
To be fair, Lucas, you would have been a better kill, though.
Yes, because we were like,
I know you weren't cursed,
you
'cause I checked
think
you
you
first
did
night.
good. You
Lucas
think you
was the
did
first
good, but
watch.
you keep diverting the information. Like people were ready to vote Jamie, and then you moved away.
All
glory to Van Helsing.
So that basically he'd be a chupacabra, and then.
By the way,
my downvote.
First, a quick
Causes
question
confusion.
I'm really curious about this. So Chris and Anna, you guys were the only monsters in the game at the end. You knew you had to start killing some villagers at that point because you guys weren't going to win if you killed the last wolf.
Yeah, I was trying to find cursed as well.
Yeah.
As chupacabra, I'm trying to find cursed as well.
I was curious what your thoughts were. Like, did you guys think you knew who the wolf was and were trying to avoid them?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was suspicious of Jamie, but that's why I was sort of like, but as I say, because I checked Lucas on the first night, I knew he was a villager, so I was like, I trust Lucas. I really trust Lucas.
Yeah. So did you guys figure out who you were? Like, how long did you guys ever?
No, once Victoria was dead, I knew he was the chupacabra.
Yeah, once Victoria had died, because obviously Victoria had picked Elliot, and it was like, right, that's Dracula.
Right. Because the first night I had scared Josh because Josh, you were so quiet. I thought you were a werewolf, and I was like, I gotta scare him. He's a werewolf. But when there was 2 kills the next day, I was like, I didn't scare. So you were clear with me. But Chris picked Lucas that night, and Victoria picked Joseph, and nothing happened with them. And because I kept on comparing what the roles did, like every night I was writing it down. The second night I picked Lucas, and then I knew Lucas was fine because of the number of kills that day when we woke up, and both Chris and Victoria picked Elliot.
That helps that they both picked the same name. It kind of narrows it down.
Yeah, the 4th night I picked Graham. I scared Graham, and Chris picked Jukin, and Victoria picked Lucas. Well, Gil and Cody died that day. And then Victoria was killed as a monster, which I was like, oh crap. I don't know I have no idea why I was sitting here thinking.
She said she was just trying to go for like a bold move and do the whole seer thing, but
yeah, I was, yeah.
I don't think she was on anyone's radar until she did that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was actually good for the werewolves that they got scared that night, right? Because Simon killed me, he was the outcast. That means like if she hadn't scared the werewolves, I wouldn't have died.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have lasted very long. Adam knew you were Van Helsing. Adam knew that same night you were Van Helsing.
Oh, Adam had checked me.
He checked
Adam.
Gil,
You never check me. You never check me, Adam. Come on.
Gil, the first night I was coming after you, but I got outnumbered. But you got me.
I almost did a no kill. So here's my thing. I almost did no kill. I had no suspicion, but you were the only one who was vocal about me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on Sonia. Then I was going to kill Lucas the second night. But then Elliot and Luciana went after Joseph. And I said, oh, so Elliot and Luciana are the other werewolves. So I'm going to...
Wrong again. Elliot wasn't a werewolf.
No, but I killed Luciana. List was a werewolf.
I just want to say many misreads, Jill. You have no reason to make fun of me. No,
I didn't make fun of you. I was just
you said I am a super minion.
Well, okay. I'm not alone on that.
Night 5 is when I found out, when I realized that Chris was the Chupacabra and not Dracula because of the way the kills fell.
Lucas, you really entertained the dead chat. The dead chat was laughing at you.
At one point, like it was Jamie and some other name.
Yeah, the problem was
some other name.
Yeah,
Jamie,
but
Jamie was the common denominator,
and
and nobody goes after him.
They kept saying Jamie is the Mystic Wolf, and I never believed that he's the Mystic Wolf because it wouldn't have made any sense. That's why I ignored that.
I told you it was Jimmy.
The biggest issue was you guys were convinced Andrew was the rabid wolf, and you guys couldn't get off that Ashley and Strawberry.
So there was 5 villagers when Jamie's name came. There was 5 villagers when Jamie's name came out. Twice.
No, I would say this.
And then you guys kept killing villagers after villager between you and the werewolves.
No, we killed monsters too.
Oh, hold on, Gil. Lucas drove me to drink in that game.
I don't think Lucas drove you to drink. I think that was a choice. No, Ashley, I would say this. Like, I think at that point in the game, you had to be a lot more like, please don't kill me. If you kill me,
you have to fight for your life, please.
Yeah, you really have to fight for your life.
At the end, I was sitting there counting. I'm like, okay, we got to get to parity. How do we get to this?
I saw you counting.
We got to keep Jamie alive.
That's why I was trying to find cursed so that I could, because if I'd have hit a cursed, we would have got parity. We would have.
Yeah. But that's why, and that is why I scared Josh again, because I was hoping the werewolf would have killed somebody else, but I knew that Jamie was coming after me because I was gunning after him so hard after he had come after me.
Well, he knew he had to kill you because if he had left you alive, it would have been 1 to 1 to 1, and at that point, does this the village loses, but the monsters and the werewolves win, or
say that again?
Like if he didn't kill Anna, he killed someone else. It would have been 1 to 1 to 1.
Monsters
after the next fight.
So he would win.
Monsters would win in that situation because they have parity with the villagers.
Yeah, that's why we figured like in the chat like he went after Anna.
Yeah, so one of the big things that, and people were questioning this at the beginning, it's like, well, should we have to kill all the monsters? The problem with that, and that I've seen in those games, is the monsters are just on the village team the whole game.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to kill them.
I didn't want that. I wanted them to have to make tough decisions of, should we help the wolves? Should we help the village? Also, if Chupacabra dies, the monsters don't get to kill at night, so if it's just monsters and villagers, it's game over anyway. So I like that situation better.